When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Eric Amos, Ag Loan Officer at the Bank of Hartington and a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We work with our clients to develop financial plans that help them meet their goals. We know that for our farmers, it is much more than a job, it's a way of life. How do we know? Because we are farmers and we are living it too.
In the community of Hartington, we keep life simple. The simple moments, a simple smile, and keeping you connected to the world with simply the best internet service. Hartelco has built a fiber optic broadband network that powers your homes and businesses' Wi-Fi with super fast download speeds up to 100 megabytes per second. Imagine no buffering and the whole family using your Wi-Fi at once. It's simple. Upgrade to the speed you need by calling Hartelco today.
Parents, remember your kids are watching you as they're participating in their activity. Set a positive example for your kids to feed off of.
Showing good sportsmanship not only shows good character as a fan, but can also improve productivity among the competitors.
In being a great opponent, you need to have great attitude and respect for the game.
The outcome of the game is out of your control, so sit back and let the athletes do what they do best.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Nothing slows you down more than computer problems. Get up to speed again by taking your computer to Hartelco Computers in Hartington. Our team is here to help repair, clean, and troubleshoot all of your favorite brands of PCs. Our customer service beats the big box stores hands down, and you'll leave knowing your computer is running effectively and efficiently. We are also a Dell dealer that passes the wholesale savings on to you. Give us a call to find out more or bring your computer into Hartelco Computers today.
Hi, I'm Cameron Shrimp, egg lender at the Bank of Hartington Bloomfield Loan Production Office. I'm also a grain producer, beef producer, and former agronomist. Here at the Bank of Hartington, we understand the ever-changing demands and challenges of today's grain and livestock producers. We work close with our clients to develop financial plans that fit their operation and help them reach their goal. How do we know? Because our egg lenders have true egg experience.
Sportsmanship is the ability to have fun, be competitive, and treat others with respect in the act of winning or losing, whether that's parents or players.
Sportsmanship is the balance between players, coaches, officials, and spectators.
Supporting and encouragement surpasses all harsh judgment. Express positive motivation by communicating with good sportsmanship, either in the stands or in the act of participating.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
Hi, I'm Marie Haar, Vice President and Ag Lender at Bank of Hartington, and a Northeast Nebraska dairy and beef producer. Whether it's developing a marketing strategy, a break-even analysis, or cash flow projections, at the Bank of Hartington we understand the ever-changing demands and challenges of today's grain and livestock producers. We understand these challenges because we are farmers, and we're living it too.
Sportsmanship is not just for players, it's also for parents. Parents, thank you for supporting our teams and teaching us to be good leaders.
Cheer for your team to win, not for your opponent to lose.
Sportsmanship is not just the responsibility of those participating, it's everyone's. So parents, please be kind, be humble, and be supportive of those players.
And the quality of the game is greatly affected by the way your community, your team, and yourself presents itself.
In the community of Hartington, we keep life simple. The simple moments, a simple smile, and keeping you connected to the world with simply the best internet service. Hartelco has built a fiber optic broadband network that powers your homes and businesses' Wi-Fi with super fast download speeds up to 100 megabytes per second. Imagine no buffering and the whole family using your Wi-Fi at once. It's simple. Upgrade to the speed you need by calling Hartelco today.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When you need to borrow.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership.
Good evening, everybody. This is Mike Becker with Hartelco Sports, and tonight's game is between the visiting Clarkson Leigh Patriots and the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats. We were able to visit with Hartington Newcastle coach Corey Ulrich earlier in the week, and this is his thoughts on tonight's game.
We're visiting with Hartington Newcastle head football coach Corey Ulrich before the start of this week's game with the Clarkson Leigh Patriots. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
You bet. Thanks for having me, Mike.
So, Coach, your team is now 5-3 on the season and had a big district matchup last week versus Bloomfield. And while you always want a notch in the win column, the 24-21 score was the closest game that Bloomfield had this year, and may have other teams in the playoffs take a second glance at your team. What are some of the highlights of the game versus Bloomfield, and who were some of the athletes who contributed?
You know, I thought our Bloomfield game was probably the most physical we had played, and it was the most complete game we had played. Even in wins or in losses, I thought we would maybe play 2 or 3 quarters pretty well and have a quarter we didn't. I thought from the opening kick we just believed that we could beat a team like Bloomfield, believed that we belonged in those games, and that was probably the biggest difference. As far as kids that made a difference for us, I mean, offensively, Kobe Heitman had a huge game. He caught 2 long touchdown passes. Ethan Cook rushed for 100 yards again. We did all of that without Dylan Denniger, who was out, so we started 2 freshmen in the line. I thought our line played really well. And defensively, we had a number of guys step up and make a lot of plays. We asked our safeties to make tackles this week, which isn't typical, but I think Lincoln McPhillips had 17 or 18 tackles from his safety spot. Turner Korth had 15 or 16 from his linebacker spot, and Morgan Cook the same. So we really tackled well. We really did a lot of things offensively well. I thought the difference in the game was probably their quarterback made a couple plays on long 4th downs that probably cost us in the end, but they're a good team, and we're going to use that to hopefully, I guess, catapult ourselves forward in the playoffs, and we hope to continue playing that well, because if we do, I think we've got a chance to beat just about anybody we play.
Tonight, the Clarkson Leigh Patriots come to Russ Hookshine Field with an identical 5-3 record. In fact, both teams have the exact same PowerPoint, so it came down to tiebreakers as to which team hosts the first-round game. So on paper, it seems very evenly matched. So, Coach, what do you know about the Patriot team, and what do you expect to see from them this evening?
Well, it's kind of ironic that we're playing Clarkson Leigh just because their assistant coach that calls plays, Bob McAvoy, he was the head coach at Humphrey when I coached at Humphrey as an assistant, so he and I know each other pretty well. Bob's son, Tommy, number 34, is just a sophomore running back, but he is maybe one of the best players in D2. It seems like we face a lot of those every week, but he averages about 12.5 yards per carry and about 185 yards a game, so there's a lot of focus that's going to go in on stopping him. They have a nice fullback, and their quarterback is really undersized, but with the offense they run, they like to run a lot of option, and kind of gets lost in the mix sometimes, and that makes him really dangerous because of his size. So we know that they run the ball really well. They've run for over 2,500 yards in 8 games. They've only thrown for about 280. So we're going to really focus in on trying to stop their run game and make them throw the ball, which isn't something they're really comfortable with.
So how are the Wildcats holding up from a conditioning and injury standpoint before the playoffs?
You know, a lot of bumps and bruises from last week with Bloomfield, but we avoided anything serious, and we believe Dylan Denner will be back for the game, so we should be at full strength, which I guess is the most you can ask for when you go into the playoffs through 8 games to just have everybody available. So we feel good about where we're at this point right now.
So thanks again for joining us, Coach, and good luck to both you and your Wildcats tonight in the first round of the Class D2 playoffs.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Again, that's Corey Ulrich, head football coach for the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats, with his thoughts on tonight's game.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Okay, again, thanks for joining us, folks. This is Mike Becker along with Ken Kneifel tonight, along with Corey Pearson, production guy. And tonight's Class D2 playoff game features the Clarkson Leigh Patriots at the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats from here at Russ Hochstein Field in Hartington, Nebraska. Beautiful night for football, a little crisp. It's been drizzly throughout the day. Field's going to be wet and a nice breeze coming in from the southeast tonight. Ken, these teams both 5-3 on the year. That's not the last thing where they match up identically. They are also identical in power points. So I'm sure the home field came down to a tiebreaker tonight. These teams should be matched up on paper really well.
They really do. And yet they also will be a contrast in styles a little bit, in that the Wildcats, Mike, I look to really establish their balance of run and pass, and Clarkson Leigh is going to counter with a running back that is extremely dynamic.
And with our kickoff, Wildcats will have the ball on the 29-yard line, moving north to south, left to right. And we also want to thank our sponsor of tonight's game, and that is the Bank of Hartington. They have stepped up and they are bringing you tonight's broadcast. Proud to partner with them for, again, our first round Class D2 football game.
And Mike, Clarkson Leigh comes in tonight coached by Jim Clarkson, who is a coaching veterans, has had several teams that have challenged for state titles through the years.
Cook on the carry, Ethan Cook, gain of maybe half a yard on the play at most.
Nobody on the play, second down and 10.
And it will be second down and 10. Yes, head coach for the Patriots are Jim Clarkson. Assistant coaches are Bob McAvoy, Matt Murrin, Brian Becker, and Jeff Bachman. While for the Wildcats, head coach Corey Aldrich, assistant coaches Bo Benson, Levi Hilker, Cody Stoppard, and Rob Morton. And Shea Morton back to pass, going deep for McPhillips. Catches the ball, brings it down inside the 20-yard line. Long pass play for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and he actually hit Turner Korth on a flyer out there. And that's a matchup that their corners for Clarkson Leigh are a bit undersized. And you can see Korth was matched up against Lance Paprotsky. Lance is only about 5'4", 5'5", so there's a bit of a size advantage there.
And now they've got Lincoln McPhillips out on that corner as well. Hand off to Cook up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles, but he's going to be brought down. No gain on the play. And that previous play, there's a stiff breeze coming out of the southeast, and Morton laid that straight up into that breeze, and Korth was able to bring it down.
And again, Clarkson Leigh has good size up front. I thought the Wildcat line last week against Bloomfield played pretty well against a very stout Bloomfield defensive front. We'll see how they get the Clarkson Leigh team blocked up front.
Second 10 from the 18-yard line. Morton calls out signals. Fakes a handoff, and now a pass wide open is number 3, Lincoln McPhillips, for the touchdown.
And again, in talking to Coach Ulrich before the game, he thought that they'd be able to have some success through the air tonight because their matchups are very favorable. And again, you saw the play action to Ethan Cook, making the Patriots, play the run, and then they went over the top, and like you said, McPhillips is wide open.
So with 10:21 left in the first quarter, the Wildcats will go for 2. And Morton runs One pass option, throws it in, and it is deflected. 2-point attempt, no good. And again, 10:21 remaining in our first quarter. It is 6-0. Hartington Wildcats over the Clarkson Leigh Patriots.
Hi, I'm Cindy Bruns, manager and ag lender at the Bank of Hartington Bloomfield Loan Production Office. I'm also a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
Again, so thanks for joining us, folks. Hartington Newcastle strikes quickly on their first possession, take it a 6-0 lead over the Clarkson Leigh Patriots. And now the Patriots are going to have their chance at the ball with the wind at their back, moving south to north.
And the Patriot attack, Mike, is going to center around number 34, Tommy McAvoy, a 185-pound sophomore who has rushed on the season for almost 1,500 yards. He scored 26 touchdowns. The offense really centers around him. Their passing game is generally fairly short, and I really look for the Wildcats to pack the box.
And a squib kick is covered by the Patriots down at about the 23-yard line, covered by number 11, that is Carter Haniel.
Mike, you can tell both teams have scouted each other fairly well. When the Patriots kicked off, they wanted no part of Kobe Heitman deep, so they squibbed it. And then the Wildcats on their kickoff don't want any part of McAvoy on the kick return. They squibbed it right back.
Patriots now looks like they're going to come out in a tight formation. I think that Stanley is a setback. I believe it was number 2. Quarterback keeper, number 6, going off the right side. That is Lance Poprowski. Hopefully I can pronounce that right.
17 for the quarter.
So a gain of about 4 on the play is going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Gain of 4 on the play, makes it 2nd down and 6.
Clarkson Leigh, they opened the season losing to Howells Dodge 34-16. Then they played number 1 Humphrey St. Francis, lost that one 46-6. And then in their last game, they lost at Emerson's Hubbard by a score of 20-22 by just a 2-point margin. So they are 5-3 on the season. And off to McAvoy, come around the left side, and he's going to be brought down right at the 30-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 2.
You know, we've talked different times this year about the Wildcats with Kobe Heitman being a sophomore. Clarkson Leigh opponents are going to have to put up with Mr. McAvoy for a couple more years. He's a 185-pound sophomore with good speed.
Again, one of the assistant coach's son, who you heard on the pregame interview, Corey Eldridge, used to coach with him. Again, 3rd and 2 for the Patriots. Quarterback keeper on the right-hand side, and the line surge gets them the 1st down. As a change to reset, Hartington Newcastle, again, they are also 5-3 on the year. Opened up with wins over Chambers, Wheeler, Central Ewing, Niobrara Verdigris, and Winside. Then dropped 2 games to Randolph by a score of 32-7 and Allen 28-12. Then they had 2 wins over Wynot and Wausau. And then last week, they gave Bloomfield Bees all they could handle, but came out on the losing end by a score of 24-21. Bees undefeated on the year. And direct snap to McAvoy off the right-hand side. Big gain of 9 on the play, past midfield.
And that time what you saw Clarkson Leigh do was they basically went a 7-man line, just snapped it straight back to McAvoy and let him pick where he wanted to go, trying to spread out that Wildcat front with that 7-man line, hoping to create some kind of crease.
They do have some size on their line. They go 215. They have a 200-pound freshman, 205 senior, 220, 225. So the Patriots do have size. 2nd and 1. Up the middle. 1st down. That is number 2, Travis Stanley. Ball is going to be marked right on the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10, Clarkson Leigh.
Coming into the game now for the Wildcats is number 34, Dylan Deniger. He missed last week with a concussion, got cleared earlier this week, and he'll play offensive line, and he's going to see some spot duty on the defensive line.
Again, direct snap to McAvoy, going on the right-hand side, picks his holes, cuts back against the grain, one man to beat, and he is, what is it? It is a touchdown from 30 yards out for McAvoy. And the Patriots have just tied up this ball game.
You saw the Wildcats that time went to a defense that they actually introduced last week against Bloomfield, where it's basically a 3-down lineman, 2 linebacker look, but they bring a monster. And normally the monster plays behind the linebackers. They put number 23, Clarkson right behind the nose, trying to confuse the blocking scheme and things like that. And that time McAvoy is able to find a hole, and you can see he's got good vision on top of good size and speed.
So they're going to go for 2. McAvoy lined up as a lone person in the backfield and plows forward, and he does get into the end zone. So with 7:45 remaining in our first quarter, Clarkson Leigh takes the lead by a score of 8-6.
Hi, I'm Dana Adama, Manager and Ag Lender at the Bank of Hartington, NYBRA Loan Production Office. I'm also a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we work with our clients to develop financial plans that help them meet their goals. We know that for our farmers, it is much more than a job. It's a way of life. How do we know? Because we are farmers and we are living it too.
So again, both teams on their first possession of the night have put points on the board, Ken. It could be, if this continues, of course, a high-scoring shootout.
It could be. I think both teams, Mike, scored really in the ways they thought that they could probably have success. You saw the Wildcats with the 2 big pass plays to set up the score and then to score. And then you saw Clarkson Leigh be able to establish McAvoy on a kind of a variety of different types of runs. They've shown that 7-man line now a couple times.
And on that touchdown run, it was originally supposed to go off the right-hand side, and he cuts it back against the grain, gets the Wildcats going the other direction. Being a squib kick, the up back knocks it down.
Right, they don't want to kick it deep to number 8 Kobe Heitman or number 3 Lincoln McPhillips. And yet, you know, the Wildcats are going to take over in good field position on their own 36, 37-yard line.
Ball recovered by Carson Sibbeck, 165-pound freshman. Of course, Wildcats get a lot of freshmen in the games throughout the year, so they are experienced at this point. Morton, fake handoff, going deep, and ball is overthrown. Intended target is number 8, Kobe Heitman. So it looks like they want to stretch out the Patriots defense.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want to do there, and hopefully if they get it stretched out, maybe then they can find Cook with some success running the ball. But I think Coach Ulrich feels going in, they can do more with the passing game than just stretch the defense. They're looking to score and make some plays because their receivers are very talented in Heitman, McPhillips, Korth.
So 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. And after Cook going around the left side, he's going to be brought down for a loss on the play. Only a loss of about 6. Going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Well, you can just sense that Clarkson Leigh has got a lot of eyes on Mr. Cook because he's had nowhere to go on his 3 runs so far tonight.
And the Patriot line really seemed to establish themselves on offense that last series that they had. Right. And Wildcats haven't been able to do any penetration so far, but it's early.
Right. And I think that you're going to see the contrasting styles of Clarkson Leigh up front. And the back end, though, again, I think the Wildcats feel like they can exploit.
Morton with the keeper on the right-hand side, tries to find a hole, gets up past the original down marker, but he's going to be brought down short of midfield, where it's going to be 4th, and we'll call it 7 for the Wildcats.
And I think right now, even though it's 4th and 7, I think Coach Ulrich is mulling the opportunity of going for it here. Although Heitman is back in punt formation now.
Now, we've seen the last few games, sometimes the punter has the option to run it, but high snap, and Heitman gets off a nice kick, drops dead at about the 17-yard line. where the Patriots will take over 1st and 10. When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Again, Patriots now in their second possession of the game from their own 18-yard line.
Ball is carried by number 6, Lance McCloskey.
Mike, you see there, it definitely looks like Clarkson Leigh thinks they can exploit something on their right side, the Wildcats' left side. That's the third time now they've taken the quarterback and just kind of let him step back and follow the blocks through the right side. Like you said, McAvoy's touchdown run was initially through the right side. They look like they feel like they have a good matchup there.
So ball and just inside the 25-yard line, 2nd and 4 for the Patriots. And again, I believe quarterback keeper Poprowski on the left side this time. And they're going to say it is a first down, so the chains will move here with 5:38 remaining in our first quarter. Ball's marked at the 28. Like I said, the Patriots have a bit of weight in that front line. Those linemen have some size to them. Poprowski, keeper on the right-hand side, down past the 30, and he steps out at about the 25-yard line. That time they faked into the middle, and he had a keeper going around right end.
Right, their line splits are fairly tight up front, and again, all eyes being on McAvoy, they fake into the middle of the line, and Poprowski's been impressive so far running the ball. He's a sophomore as well as McAvoy, two sophomores that'll kind of be their foundation for the next couple years.
Morton was able to get him out of bounds, but it is a first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Patriots are on the move. And handoff to the inside, number 2, that is Travis Stanley. Gain of roughly 7 on the play, we'll call it. Bring up 2nd and 3.
And again, they ran a little misdirection off McAvoy. Because again, that's where the Wildcats' eyes are centered right now, is McAvoy.
By formation, handoff up the middle. Look for a second, there's a little bit of a mix-up. That was pretty tight handoff there.
It is. That formation, the backs are set very tight behind the quarterback. But again, it's obviously 4-down territory, 3rd and 2. This would be a big stop for the Wildcats if they can get it. Here's that 7-man line again. I think they're just going to snap it to McAvoy and let him pick and choose.
And it goes off the right-hand side, gets the first down. Near inside the 10-yard line. They're going to mark it on about the 7 or 8. Let's see where they do put the ball down at. Going to call it at the 9-yard line, just inside the 10.
Coach Ulrich was very high in his praise of McAvoy coming in. You can kind of see the whole package so far. He's got good size, speed. We talked about his vision. And on that run, he showed some patience. He kind of let the play develop and then took it outside.
Yeah, he waited to see if there was going to be any holes open up, and when not, he just used his speed to get around the corner. Quarterback keeper on the left-hand side, down to around the 5-yard line.
You know, Mr. Poprowski at quarterback isn't very tall, and I think that makes him hard to find when they run those quarterback. Basically almost like a quarterback ISO where they let the backs get up and block behind the line. And so far I've been very impressed with him.
Some of these plays remind me of the old wing tee, although it's not a wing tee, but they still, you don't know who's got the ball because their line splits are so close.
Right, they've shown 3 or 4 formations already.
And on the left-hand side, McAvoy punches it into the end zone for another Patriot touchdown.
Again, that time they just ran a little counter, gave it to McAvoy coming back to the left, and like you said, found a nice hole and took it in.
So Clarkson Leigh extends their lead to 14-6 with 3:19 remaining on our first quarter, with the extra point attempt coming up. Peprowski calling out the snap. And quarterback keeper on the right-hand side. Korth gets him. Flags are down. Hold everything on the extra point attempt. The attempt was no good. Let's see. Penalty was on the Patriots, so 2-point conversion fails. And with 3:19 remaining in our first quarter, it is 14-6 Clarkson Leigh over Hartington, Newcastle. Again, we're back with you from Russ Hookstein Field. This is Mike Becker along with Ken Kneifel. We want to thank the Bank of Hartington for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. They stepped up and paid the NSAA fees.
Yes,
of course, there are fees in the postseason.
Right. And I'm sure it's much appreciated by the various people who are listening, watching.
Give a shout out to, I know there's Morton's down in Tennessee listening. And
exactly. Dave Leverson, a former student, coach, counselor at Hartington, who's still a very, very faithful follower of Wildcat Athletics. He's in Crete, couldn't be here tonight, but I know he's watching. He emailed me today to say so.
You bet. I've met Dave a couple years ago. Super guy. And now, nice call there by number 9, Ethan Cook. He did the fair catch signal. The ball had to go 10 yards, but he did put his arm up for fair catch, and then he was still hit. So I believe there's going to be a penalty on the Patriots.
You can almost forgive the Patriots for that, from the fact that you can fair catch a kickoff, but you really don't see one not travel 10 yards and get fair caught.
Yep.
And he almost hit him simultaneously when the ball came down just a bit after. It's a good call. It's just a tough thing on the young man from Clarkson Leigh's part.
So I believe it's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and the Wildcats are going to take over on the Patriot 28-yard line.
So far, again, you've seen neither team being willing to kick the ball deep to the returners.
So let's see if the Wildcats now can answer back after the Patriots have scored twice now. Morton in the shotgun. In motion is Heitman. And handoff to Heitman coming around the right-hand side. Finds a crease. Gets down inside the 25. We're going to mark it at the 24-yard line.
If you're Coach Ulrich right now, you're obviously going to call your plays with 4 downs in mind. That's the first time, I believe, Mike, we've seen Kobe Heitman on the outside, has it not?
I believe so. And that was their bread and butter play more than once this season.
You know, they've had they have had different nights where different things have kind of been the focal point. They've had Heitman going wide. They've had Shea Morton through 6 touchdown passes 2 weeks ago.
And a high snap, Cook pulls it down. Cook was in a Wildcat formation as a running back, gets the direct snap.
And that looked like it was in a bad situation early, and Cook was able to get a yard out of it. The right guard, the Wildcat right guard that time, pulled left, so I'm not sure there was some sort of mix-up up there of where that play was supposed to go. Or
we'll bring up 3rd and 4 from roughly the 22-yard line. Again, the direct snap to Cook goes off the left-hand side. A good yardage, first down inside the 5. Touchdown, Ethan Cook, number 22, from 22 yards out, excuse me. Cook just picked his way through the left-hand side, again from 22 yards out. Hits pay dirt for the Wildcats. So the Wildcats do answer back. With 2:20 remaining, less than a minute has ticked off the clock since the Patriots' last score. Now the Wildcats will go for two, try to tie this game up. And they spread out the field. Twin receivers left, one to the right. Cook in the backfield, shotgun, snap, picks his way through. I don't believe he's going to get it, and he is stopped short. But the Wildcats do answer back. They trail now only by a score of 14-12 with 2:20 remaining in our...
Sportsmanship is the ability to have fun, be competitive, and treat others with respect in the act of winning or losing, whether that's parents or players.
Sportsmanship is the balance between players, coaches, officials, and spectators.
Supporting and encouragement surpasses all harsh judgment. Express positive motivation by communicating with good sportsmanship, either in the stands or in the act of participating.
Mike Becker here along with Ken Kneifel and Corey Pearson for Hartelco Sports at Russ Hookstein Field, and the Wildcats able to march down the field after a penalty on the kickoff. 2-point conversion fails, and they trail now the Clarkson Leigh Patriots by a score of 14-12.
Again, we'll see if the Wildcats choose to kick it deep. They squibbed it the first time they had to kick off, or if they will try to take their chances with McAvoy deep. I doubt it. I look for them to squib this one again.
So the ball teed up at the 30-yard line. Yeah, they don't want to get McAvoy's hands any place close to the ball.
It'll be interesting also to see if defensively this time if the Wildcats are able to make any adjustments to slow down Clarkson Leigh that has really run straight at him.
And squib kick gets covered inside the 30-yard line, so Patriots will take over. Mark that at the 27-yard line, we'll call it. It'll be 1st and 10. Again, we want to thank the Bank of Hartington. They've been a great partner all season long. You know, throughout the regular season, we have many, many, many sponsors. We want to do a shout out to them too in a moment. Or for the playoffs, that's a different situation. The Bank of Hartington has graciously stepped up and sponsored tonight's NSAA Class D2 playoff game. Quarterback handoff to McAvoy on the right-hand side. He is hit, drives forward, gets to the 35-yard line, and that time you can see McAvoy's power as he took his first hit at about the 30, got another 5 yards.
Right. If you're the Corey Ulrich right now, what you're perhaps really concerned with is, like you said, that play really wasn't defense badly. They got McAvoy hit at about after yard gain, 2-yard gain, and it ends up being a 7 or 8 yard gain just with his strength.
So I'll bring up second. We'll call it short 3. Long 2, however you want to say it. They've got to get to close to the 39-yard line. And fake pitch, and quarterback Paprosky is going to be brought down in the backfield. We'll call it a loss of half a yard, possibly. So it's 3rd and 3 now for the Patriots. Nice defense there on the Wildcat right end.
Yes, it was. Yeah, so when you see that's going to there's going to be a timeout on the field now with 1:13 left in the first quarter, with Clarkson Leigh leading, Mike, 14-12.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Eric Amos, Ag Loan Officer at the Bank of Hartington and a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We work with our clients to develop financial plans that help them meet their goals. We know that for our farmers, it is much more than a job, it's a way of life. How do we know? Because we are farmers and we are living it too.
And back here at Russ Hookstein Field, Of course, if you're listening in from Clarkson, Leigh, and don't remember who Russ Hookstein is, he played for Hartington Cedar Catholic and All-American for the Huskers back in the late 90s. And national champion, I believe, as well.
National champion, went on to have a really nice NFL career where he won several Super Bowl titles.
In fact, we will have a trivia question about that in just a moment. After this play, we'll see if we can't get one in at some point. After the timeout, it is 3rd down and 3 for the Patriots. And quarterback keeper on the right-hand side, he's going to be brought down short on the first down. Tackle is Carson Sudback.
And Carson kind of had a coming out party last week against Bloomfield where he played really well as a freshman. Second half of the year he's been playing more and more, and he's really been up to the task. Big play here, Mike.
So 4th down and 2 or 3 again, and handoff. They're going to give it to, and of course, pounding over for 1st down. That is McAvoy. At this point, I don't know why they would give it to anyone else.
That's exactly right. They had an 8-yard gain on their first carry. Then the quarterback got stuffed for 2 runs, and then McAvoy picks up the 1st down. Now, I know Clarkson Lee's passing game is a short passing game. But right now, Coach Ulrich would love to see him employ any type of passing game. They haven't even attempted a throw yet.
So 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 35-yard line. Patriots are lined up underneath center. Now pitch, McAvoy coming on the left-hand side. He is hit and brought down by Heitman. Still gain of, call it a little 5.5-yard gain on the play. That's going to be the last play of our first quarter as time is running out here. So after 1 quarter of play, it is Clarkson Leigh 14 and Hartington Newcastle 12.
Nothing slows you down more than computer problems. Get up to speed again by taking your computer to Hartelco Computers in Hartington. Our team is here to help repair, clean, and troubleshoot all of your favorite brands of PCs. Our customer service beats the big box stores hands down, and you'll leave knowing your computer is running effectively and efficiently. We are also a Dell dealer that passes the wholesale savings on to you. Give us a call to find out more, or bring your computer into Hartelco Computers today.
Again, thanks everybody for joining us. This is Mike Becker along with Kim Kneifel. I want to thank our featured business sponsor, the Bank of Hartington. We're teaming up with them tonight for the broadcast. So we talked just a little bit ago about Russ Hookstein, who this field is named for. Of course, national champion with the Huskers, All-American, and played with Tampa Bay and the Patriots, and as well as the Cardinals, and I believe possibly Denver, and maybe Kansas City for a little bit. But he is one of 2 NFL players to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. Who is the other player? And we do not know the answer. Let us know if you can. So 2nd and 4, McAvoy pounds it down past the 25-yard line.
Again, you really see an awful lot of their runs go off that right side, off tackle. Coach Clarkson's, like I said, he's been a part of a number of successful teams, and he does a nice job of trying to keep things balanced, giving the Wildcats different looks.
And off to McAvoy, right-hand side, he spins, and then he is hit hard, brought down at the 20-yard line. That was a nice move by McAvoy getting the spin, but then one of the defensive back came up and met him hard, brought him straight down. So we'll call it a gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. Again, we're just starting our second quarter. 2-point lead for the Clarkson Leigh Patriots over the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats. Pitch to McAvoy going down the right-hand side and in for the score. Nearly a disaster for the Patriots, able to get the pitch off, but it is a touchdown for McAvoy.
That's the first time, Mike, tonight we've seen the option where they had the dive back. Quarterback is able to pitch it out, and again, they're doing a nice job of giving the Wildcats different looks, inside, outside. Option, They've had the Wildcat formation with a 7-man line, which is what they're going with here again. And again, look for McAvoy to just kind of choose and pick a hole.
Tries to get to the outside and dragging defender across the goal line for the 2-point conversion is McAvoy. And that extends the lead, 22 for the Patriots to 12 for the Wildcats.
Hi, I'm Brett Wiedenfeld, Chief Financial Officer and Ag Lender at the Bank of Hartington, and I'm also a Northeast Nebraska pork producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we have the tools and knowledge to help your operation grow. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
Again, Clarkson and Leigh being able to drive the field again, and they extend the lead 22-12 over the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats. 2-point conversion was good, so 8 points on that drive for them. Was just a 2-point lead with the Wildcats. Had a chance to tie it up at 14-all, but now the Wildcats will get their chance to drive and try to shorten up the gap in between. Clarkson Leigh, first time kicking off into the win this evening from the 30-yard line. We'll see if they squib kick it again. And they do. Ball is covered at about the 21-yard line. And now a flag is down. Late flag comes in at about the 36-yard line.
It looked like after the Wildcats recovered, there was a Clarkson Leigh player that kind of dove over the Wildcat that recovered the ball. Not sure exactly what they're, but I think it's got something to do with that.
Personal foul, face mask against the Patriots.
Again, that must have been on perhaps one of the Patriots that went downfield to cover the kick and got a hand up in the cage of one of the Wildcat blockers.
So we'll see if that's, and can tell me in high school, is there only one type of face mask penalty? Because it looks like they're marking off 15 yards. Yeah. I'm not sure.
They called a personal foul there with it,
yeah.
So it must have been egregious.
15 yards then.
And again, Mike, this game's shaping up where every possession is just really important. It's the Wildcats need to answer again.
McAvoy's accounted for all 3 of the Patriots' touchdowns. Now they're going to make them re-kick from the 15-yard line. So Wildcats hoping to get much better field position than taking the penalty and being on their own 38. They think they can get the ball past midfield.
The front blockers for the Wildcats are at the Patriot 25-yard line.
Now we'll see if they don't possibly kick it deep. And they do. And the ball is taken at the 20, the 25, the 30 is Heitman, 35, midfield 40, 35, down at the 32-yard line of the Patriots. So it did pay off. Wildcats had to work for it.
Yeah, we've had 3 penalties on the night so far. One on a conversion by Clarkson Leigh, the other 2 on Clarkson Leigh kickoffs.
Well, now they're going to mark the ball at the 32-yard line, so either he stepped out or a knee had went down. Not sure, but 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 32. I want to remind everybody at halftime we're going to have an interview here with Hartington Newcastle Superintendent A.J. Johnson. Heitman in motion. And Morton passes over the middle. Nice catch by Turner Korth down at the 10-yard line.
And that's been one of the real Achilles heels for Clarkson Leigh's been their pass defense. They've struggled there. And there again, you get Korth one-on-one on a crossing route. And in 8-man football, in those situations, you're almost always going to be man-to-man. And the Wildcats like their matchups in these passing.
And Morton threw that one on a rope.
Yeah, the play action helps give him time.
Receivers out right and left. Lone setback is Cook. Heitman in motion. And they hand it off to Heitman, this time going around the left side. Oh, and he slips and he is brought down inside the 5. So it'll be 2nd and goal. Before that play, the ball was marked just inside the 10-yard line, but now it's down near the 4, close to the 3. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You got the feeling there if Heitman doesn't slip, he's going to go in. And it ended up being with him slipping and the defender making the tackle. Kind of a violent collision there.
I think both of them slept at the same time. And we've seen that a few times. Again, it's been kind of misty, rainy all day long, but it has stopped now. 2nd and goal. Hand off to Cook, up the middle. No signal yet, and it is a touchdown. So Cook able to punch the ball over the goal, and the Wildcats shorten up the lead.
And Mike, 9:45 left in the 2nd quarter. We've got a 22-18 game with the Wildcats about to try their conversion right now. Neither team has shown the ability to stop, much less slow down the opponent. Although the Patriots did get the one stop. They got the 1 3 and out where the Wildcats had to punt.
So Morton going to throw again, and it is good. Heitman on the reception. So it is 22-20. Patriots over the Wildcats.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader.
And we'll be back with Hartelco in just a bit. But after that score of the Wildcats, they draw within 22-20, excuse me, with 9:45 remaining in our first half. Wildcats are set to kick off. Wind at their back, and the flags are blowing out, not straight out, but and a squib kick, nearly recovered, but Patriots do get are able to maintain possession on about the 33.5, we'll call it 34-yard line, and we'll be 1st and 10.
Again, we'll see what kind of answers the Wildcat defense is able to come up with, because Clarkson Lee's had the ball 3 times, and they've scored 3 touchdowns so far, with not attempting a pass as of yet.
Difference in our game right now is a failed 2-point conversion attempt. Clarkson Leigh, tight formation. McAvoy comes up the middle. Big gain on the play, still churning. Gets past midfield all the way down to the Wildcat 30-yard line. He is just a horse.
Yeah, and again, I'm impressed with the patience there, because it looked like it was initially going to go outside. He stops, sticks a foot in the ground, and takes it really the pitch right up the middle. And Mike, to give you some indication of where the Wildcats are defensively right now, they look like they're basically in like a 4-3, and I haven't seen them play a 4-man front really all year, except for some specialized situations maybe, but they have 4 defensive linemen right now.
Trying to stop that Patriot ground game. Handoff, short gain on the play.
The Wildcats
are trying to say they came up with the ball. That is, Licken McPhillips came up with it. And now the referees are conferring no signal whether it's whose possession it is. Second down. It's going to stay with the Patriots.
You're right, though. The Wildcats came away from that tackle with the ball. And, in a game like this where it's just up and down the field, turnovers could make a difference. Conversions could make a difference.
One possession. That's all it takes. So it will be 2nd and 8 from about the 28-yard line of the Wildcats. High formation. And off to McAvoy, left-hand side. Stiff arms, couple Wildcat defenders. Short of the first down, but it's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Again, you've seen the Patriots now run option. They've run this counter twice where they start out to the right, bring it back to the left. It's a lot of almost the same type of runs out of different formations. We've seen the 7-man line with the Wildcat.
It's going to be 3rd and a long 3 from the 33-yard line. They've got to get down to the 20. Flanker out on the right-hand side is McAvoy. And he comes across, quarterback keeper, and he's going to be tackled inside or right at the 5-yard line. That time they had McAvoy as the decoy. Paprosky on the carry.
He's a nice little quarterback. He's very, very effective in the run game.
Going to mark it down at the 6-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal for the Patriots with 8:33 and counting in our first quarter.
And you're seeing,
first half.
You're seeing more and more now of the Wildcats getting. There's almost got like 6 players within 2 yards of the ball, and all 8 players within 4 yards of the ball.
So if the Patriots are able to break that initial contact, they're off to the races. Direct snap. And no gain on the play. May have even lost a yard. Wildcat defenders able to plug him up the middle. I believe that's number 9, Ethan Cook. And Turner, of course. Also in there, I believe, is Dylan Denninger, number 34 in the middle. Of course, he's back today. Did not play last week and was injured the week before. So that's good for the Wildcats. He is back in the lineup this evening. The 2nd and goal now, I formation. Paprosky, quarterback, hands off. No good by McAvoy. He is hit and drilled and brought back. Loss on the play.
We haven't seen it yet, but when Clarkson Leigh goes that 7-man line and they've let the Wildcat run with McAvoy, you wonder, they haven't shown it yet, but you wonder if they have some sort of play where he'll fake the run and then throw it. You've got to believe that's in the playbook.
Yep, a run-pass option even. So it's going to be, ball is marked at the 9-yard line, so it's 3rd and goal from the 9. Again, Wildcat formation, that's what he does. Tries to pass. Ball falls to the ground, incomplete, nearly picked off, but defender slipped.
Defender slipped, and then you thought for a minute maybe Clarkson Leigh was going to catch the ball.
And it was not the best throw, but it is 4th down.
If Lincoln keeps his feet there, he picks that off, and then he slipped, and like I said, then it almost looked like Clarkson Leigh was going to catch the ball.
We had just talked about the run-pass option out of the Wildcat formation for McAvoy, and that is what happened. So 4th and goal, McAvoy in motion. And back to pass, and screen on the left-hand side, and they say they thought he was down, but they're going to call a touchdown. The Wildcats thought his knee went down, and now they're going to confer.
The referees are conferring. Like you said, he caught the screen, and then when he planted to go upfield, he slipped. And, of course, in high school football, you don't have instant replay. We'll see what the call's going to be. They're going to call a touchdown.
So Wildcat fans are not happy, and neither is Coach Corey Eldrick, because it did look like he was down. Folks, if you're watching home on Hartelco TV, take your DVR and just rewind it. You'll be able to watch it.
I did not see the replay there, Mike, on the screen. I could not tell you.
So I believe that was Paprosky, wasn't it, the quarterback? Scores from 9 yards out.
It's either him or possibly Travis Stanley. So they said it gets hard to see 2 or 3 from across the field.
2-point conversion. McAvoy tries to come around the right-hand side. He is down short, and a flag is down.
Number 23, Clarkson Sunday, flag on the play. Holding against Clarkson Leigh, that will be flag.
So Clarkson Lee's had 4 flags against him. 2 have been on 2-point conversions. The other 2 have been on their kickoff team.
So with that, the score is 28-20 with 6:38 remaining in our half.
Parents, remember your kids are watching you as they're participating in their activity. Set a positive example for your kids to feed off of.
Showing good sportsmanship not only shows good character as a fan, but can also improve productivity among the competitors.
In being a great opponent, you need to have great attitude and respect for the game.
The outcome of the game is out of your control, so sit back and let the athletes do what they do best.
Again, back here at Russ Hookstein Field is 28-20. And our production man, Corey Pearson, said he saw the replay up here in our booth, and he said, yes, both knees were down on that play, but Patriots are able to get the score anyway after the referees confer. Now picking it up is Turner Korth, and he slips and goes down at the 33-yard line. Of course, the Hartington fans are now saying he should keep running, but
yeah, and this is if you're the Wildcats now, you've got to put that in the rearview mirror and take this possession down and score. You can't, look back at that.
That's right.
That screen pass. You've got to keep playing, and I think they will.
And we talked about during the break that 2-point conversion fail was huge for the Wildcats because now it is an 8-point spread, right. 28-20. Wildcats can go down and tie it up here before half. We've got 6:34 remaining in our first half. Heitman in motion, gets the ball around left-hand side, up past midfield. Tackled down there by number 6, Lance Poprowski.
And that thing was very well blocked on the perimeter. Kobe Heitman didn't even encounter a defender until he gained about 6 or 7.
We're going to call it a gain of 8 on the play. Ball marked at the 48-yard line of the Patriots, 2nd and 2 for the Wildcats. Receivers out left and right. Lone setback is Cook, Heitman. And they're going to hand it off to him again. Gets a first down and more. Still going. Down at the 31-yard line. And had he been able to slip that last defender, he could have taken it to the house.
Right. Kobe's got great speed. He's got good moves. But at the end of a run, he'll finish it. He'll put the shoulder down and finish it. He'll initiate contact. And again, we've talked about McAvoy being a sophomore. Heitman's a sophomore.
So 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line for the Wildcats. Again, we want to thank all our listeners tonight. And we also, of course, want to thank the Bank of Hartington for sponsoring tonight's game. Pass now, Morton going deep. Wide open is Turner Korth from 31 yards out. Touchdown, Wildcats, and they are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this contest.
Yeah, again, you've seen Heitman with 2 good runs around the left side. That time they faked to Heitman, faked to Cook, and like you said, Turner Korth was running wide open down the middle of the field. And again, Coach Ulrich talked about it. They thought they'd have opportunities in the passing game, and that has been the case so far.
Right now, we might have the biggest play of the first half.
It could be.
Wildcats trying to tie up this game is 28-26 with the 2-point conversion coming up. 5:33 remaining in our first half. Heitman in motion. Hand off to Heitman. Gets the corner. 2-point conversion is good. Not a touchdown. And we have a tie ball game, folks. 5:33 remaining in our first half. It is 28-all.
Hi, I'm Marie Haar, Vice President and Ag Lender at Bank of Hartington, and a Northeast Nebraska dairy and beef producer. Whether it's developing a marketing strategy, a break-even analysis, or cash flow projections, at the Bank of Hartington, we understand the ever-changing demands and challenges of today's grain and livestock producers. We understand these challenges because we are farmers, and we're living it too.
Back here at Russ Hookstein Field, this is Mike Becker along with Ken Kneifel and Corey Pearson on our broadcast tonight. We mentioned before the game we thought this contest would be evenly matched. Both teams 5-3, both teams same power points, and right now both teams with the same score with 5:33 remaining. It is 28-all here in our second quarter.
right? And there's been one defensive stop so far. The Patriots made the Wildcats punt once so far. So again, if one team turns the ball over once or twice. Although I did think on the end of that last drive, the Wildcat defense did kind of shore up some things, and really, Patriots were very fortunate to score on that screen pass.
Kick is up in the air, and it is taken. It bounces on the field, but number 12 gets it, fields it, and he's going to be taken out of bounds. Number 12, that's Logan Schroeder, freshman, 120-pound.
Out of bounds on the 19-yard line.
At least I think it was number 12. It's hard, a little bit hard to see the numbers out there on the Clarkson Leigh.
Kind of gold numbers under the lights. It can be a little bit hard to see. And again, Mike, at halftime you mentioned earlier, we will be talking with A.J. Johnson, the superintendent of Hartington Newcastle Public Schools. A lot's been going on. District volleyball's coming up, conference volleyball just ended, cross country, parent teacher, all kinds of things been happening.
1st and 10 for the Patriots on their own 19-yard line. I formation. Poprowski pitches. That's McAvoy and slips a tackle, still going, and able to spin and get up to the 25-yard line when it should have been down for a loss.
Ethan Cook at the defensive end really did a nice job of setting the edge, making McAvoy turn back in. Then they miss a tackle, and McAvoy turns it into a 2nd and 4 situation.
And Cook is the one that ended up making that tackle.
But again, one thing I like, at the end of that last drive, and in that play again, the Wildcats defensed it pretty well. They've just got to keep running to the football and getting a lot of bodies on McAvoy, but they're starting to defense the plays at the point of attack a little bit better.
And off to fumble on the play, and Wildcats get the ball at the 23-yard line.
That's exactly what we were talking about, Mike, a turnover. And again, the Wildcats set up shop at the 23-yard line, 24-yard line, 1st and 10.
Everybody in the stadium saw that fumble because it bounced and rolled out, and there was nobody within 7 yards of it.
The ball sat there by itself for a second or two.
Timeout on the field with 4:41 remaining, and we'll go to a commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
Back with you at Russ Hookstein Field. This is Hartelco Sports. Thanking you for joining us tonight. We've got a barn burner, 28-all, and we had our first turnover of the game here with 4:41 remaining our first half. Patriots fumble. Wildcats get the ball on the Patriots 24-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. 4th out to the right. McPhillips out to the left. 2 backs by Morton. And handoff, or Morton keeps it on the right-hand side. Gets nice yardage there, close to a 1st down. And they're going to say he stepped out of bounds, but nice gain on the play.
Yeah, they faked the give to Cook, and I think Shea was a little surprised when he got to the corner that there was nobody there. There's nobody on the quarterback or the pitch man.
Going to call it a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the 16-yard line. Again, McPhillips splits way out to the left. He's a tall receiver, 4th on the right. Hand off to Cook up the middle. Ethan Cook. Call it a gain of 1 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down.
Making the stop, number 85, John Langford.
And again, you like to think, and what we've seen so far, if the Wildcats need a couple yards, it looks like that jet sweep to Heitman, he's been able to turn the corner every time and not encounter a defender for about 3 or 4 yards.
So it's 3rd and a long 2. Again, 2 down territory. So
you've got Cook, the workhorse back. You've got Heitman on the jet sweep,
and they've faked plays and thrown it over the middle as well. Hand off to Heitman up the middle. Looks like I think he was forward progress going to be marked inside the 15-yard line. I'm not sure it is a first down.
They're going to call it 4th down and
half a yard.
Half a yard.
So we just had our biggest play of the game earlier. We're going to have another biggest play of the game here, 4th down.
I think Coach Ulrich has everything at his disposal here. You've got Cook, you've got Heitman on the jet sweep. Like you said, Mike, it's not inconceivable. He can fake things and throw it to a receiver, but you look for this to stay on the ground.
It looks like he's going to call timeout here. He's just waiting for the clock to run. And now he does call a timeout with 3:06 remaining in our first half. It's 28-all, Patriots and the Wildcats. When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Again, we're back here at Russ Hookstein Field. It's Mike Becker with Hartelco Sports. Over the last month or so, Channel 4 in Sioux City has been off of Dish Network's programming, and we've had some people switch over to our TV service, and we've had more than a couple say to us, I can't believe how good the audio is. It's better than Dish, and the picture as well. So, folks, if you're listening out there, thanks for joining us. We're welcome you anytime to the Hartelco family.
Mike, I remember Coach Klein always talking about during a football game there's going to be different times when you're going to face adversity. And the Wildcats on that 4th down pass play where they thought the Patriot was down, he scores. Since then, they've scored, got the turnover, and now they're looking to score again.
Receivers out right and left on 4th and a half yard. Morton in shotgun formation. And flag is down. I'm not sure if it's going to be.
I believe they had another timeout.
So Coach Ulrich did not like what he saw there.
No, he didn't. And the play they had called, he didn't obviously feel very good about.
Of course, Morton was in the shotgun. They had receivers out left and right, and Heitman and Cook on either side of Morton. So they want to talk it over one more time because this is a huge play. Both teams with 1 timeout remaining in the first half.
And I think Coach Ulrich's got several good options. His best options, I think, are Heitman with the jet sweep or Cook on a run between the tackles. I almost look for him to go wide with the jet sweep with Heitman right now, but. Again, Coach Ulrich, one of the things Coach Ulrich is he's a brave play caller, and to have him play action wouldn't completely shock me either. But I look for either Cook or Heitman.
And they come out in the same formation. Of course, they want to show that coming out of here. Again, 4th and half a yard. And Morton back to pass. And looks and passes it to Cook, Turner Court. It is a first down inside the 10-yard line. His knee was down.
Again, you really have to like Shea Morton's composure there because his first options he didn't like, and he came all the way back to Korth on the right-hand side and was able to deliver a good ball for the first down.
He even did a pump fake. So nose of the ball is right inside the 10-yard line. So first and goal. Wildcats, 2:46, and the clock's ticking in our first half. Same formation, receivers left and right. Morton pitches it to Cook. Gets inside the 5, and touchdown! Ethan Cook punches it in from 10 yards out. And Wildcats with their second lead of the night.
And I think you really have to credit Ethan Cook and see what kind of runner he is, because the tackle he broke at the 5-yard line was Tommy McAvoy's tackle, and McAvoy had him squared up, and Cook almost didn't even break stride.
So this is the first lead since it was 6-0 with 10:21 remaining in the first quarter. Wildcats now back up on top. They have battled back from at one time a 10-point deficit. Going for two now. Morton in shotgun formation. And flags are down. Morton's throwing it to the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Let's see what the flag is.
Yeah, we're going to have a
legal procedure
on the Wildcats.
So dead ball.
Back.
Now they're going to have to try for two from the 8-yard line.
From the 8-yard line.
Since it was a dead ball foul, I believe they do play it. Or get to replay it, right? Tell me, Ken, you as a former coach, you know better than me. So if a foul was during the play, then it is nullified, correct? The 2-point conversion just simply fails. I think we had that earlier tonight.
I'm not sure quite where, because that flag kind of came in late a little bit. But yeah, they called the procedure, so they'll get to try it again.
Coach Ulrich is talking over with the head referee out there. I'm not he's explaining something. Maybe they have a special formation.
Yeah, a lot of times procedure will kill the play immediately. And they let that play on.
Yeah, I saw Morton back to pass, and
yeah, I'm so impressed with Shea Morton and his composure.
Now have they enforced the penalty? They did enforce the penalty. Okay.
Okay, yes, they did.
2-point conversion from the 8-yard line now. And Morton back to pass. Wide open in the end zone is Lincoln McPhillips. 2-point conversion is good. And with 2:33 remaining in our first half, it is 36 for the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats, 28 for the Clarkson Leigh Patriots.
Hi, I'm Cindy Bruns, manager and ag lender at the Bank of Hartington Bloomfield Loan Production Office. I'm also a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
And Wildcats taking the lead, extended it now, 36-28, just over 2.5 minutes remaining in our first half. Ken, expected a shootout tonight. That's what we're getting.
We've got, and Mike, this next 2.5 minutes, if you're Clarkson Leigh, you'd love to score before the half, and just before the half, so the Wildcats don't get the ball. Patriots do get the second half kick. So, you know, it's their chance to tie the game and then take the lead in the third quarter. Wildcats get a stop. They look like they're just not going to be stopped through the air.
And this ball goes into the end zone. Nice kick there. So Patriots take over from the 15.
And again, you've seen the Wildcats now generally with 6 guys within 2 or 3 yards of the line of scrimmage right now, trying to stop the running game for.
Hey, we want to give a shout out to Stanton Telecom tonight. They're providing internet service down there in Clarkson, so thanks for joining us tonight, Stanton Telecom. First and 10 from the 15-yard line. Patriots. Flanker right. Set back is McAvoy. Fake handoff to him, end around. And going down is number 7. Tackled by number 17, but there's a flag down at the 10-yard line. Maybe holding. I'm not sure. They're talking it over. Typically, that's what you see, and it is holding against the Patriots.
And one of the things that's given Clarkson Leigh some problems now, since the Wildcats went to that 4-man front, the Wildcats have disrupted a lot more plays, and we'll see now. You know, again, Coach Clarkson from Clarkson Leigh is a veteran coach. See what kind of adjustments he make. But Clarkson Leigh doesn't want to throw the ball if they don't have to, and if they do, it's generally going to be a short, tight passing game.
We've had one pass attempt tonight, and that was on 4th down by the running back, McAvoy. I believe that's been the only pass attempt. And the handoff to McAvoy, left-hand side, gets a head of steam. Short of the first down, will be 3rd down. See where they mark it. Going to mark it on about the 27. 3rd down and 3. And epquickly up to the line of scrimmage come the Patriots with 2 minutes remaining in our first half. Shotgun formation. Or is this Paprowski, and he throws it up, and good defensive coverage there by Lincoln McPhillips.
Yeah, it was a nice pass, and McPhillips did. He's a tremendous corner, tremendous receiver, and this is quite a situation right now, Mike. It's fourth. I was a little surprised they did throw it there, from the standpoint of they're gonna punt the ball now and have to get it back to the Wildcats. And
the Wildcats are going to have to play their roles here and make sure McAvoy doesn't fake it and go for it.
Right. Well, they don't have anybody deep. They're content to let him punt the ball if that's what they want to do.
And he does get the kick away, and it rolls down inside the 25-yard line. They'll be down at the 22, where the Wildcats take over. 1:42 remaining in our first half. We'll keep it right here. So, Ken, big defensive stop there by the Wildcats before halftime.
Huge.
Wildcats, with minute 42, wind at their back.
Plenty of time. Plenty
of time to take it down the field and score again.
Because, again, they've basically had receivers running open all night long so far.
One receiver we haven't seen a lot from, except on that last two-point conversion, is McPhillips. He's got the size. You wonder if they won't look for him once or twice on this drive. And off to Heitman, going around the left-hand side, still on his feet, past the 25-yard line, close to the 28. I believe they're going to mark it at the 29.
And with McAvoy for Clarkson, when they have the ball, just giving it to Cook or Heitman's a tremendous 2-minute offense too, because they can take it the distance. But now what I kind of look for here is that play action with Morton throwing the ball.
Clock is ticking. Minute 14 remaining in our first half. Again,
there's the fake.
Heitman fake. Morton back to pass. Slips tackle. Keeps it and runs out of bounds at the 30-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, nice coverage by Clarkson. And again, Shea Morton's composure. He doesn't get shook back there. He's able to shake off a tackler, pick up what he can, get out of bounds, reset on third and 1.
And that is the biggest part of that play there, was the clock stopping. 1:05 remaining in the first half. Let's say 3rd and 1, call a short one. Receivers out left and right. Morton hands off to Cook, gets the first down, hurdles a player down to the 38 or 39-yard line. Clock stops at least momentarily. I'm not sure he got out of bounds.
I don't believe he did. But again, it kind of maybe sounds ridiculous with 59 seconds left. Right now, the clock I don't think is a huge. They're going to pay attention to it.
He must have gone out of bounds. The clock is stopped.
But with the Wildcats' ability to throw the ball and things like that, they've got time yet.
So 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Heitman in motion. Fake to him. Morton back to pass. Throw on deep for McPhillips. The flag is down. McPhillips catches it over the defender and brings it in for a score. I believe it might be defensive pass interference. I believe it's touchdown will stand.
Without a doubt, that's defensive pass interference, and that's mostly, Lincoln McPhillips is got good size receiver, very talented. Paprowski's just a little bit undersized in that matchup. Really had decent initial coverage, but McPhillips is a hard matchup for anybody.
Now, we had just talked about that. We hadn't called his name much in this first half.
Yeah, I do think he had a touchdown reception early, real early, but since then, yeah, he's...
So it's 42-28 with the 2-point conversion coming up. These two teams could easily score.
I thought it was going to be in the 60s, but now I was conservative. It was 70s, maybe 80s.
Morton gets the ball, hands off to, not sure who has it. Morton keeps it, dives in. Flag is now down in the backfield. Maybe a holding call. I think, did Morton get in the end zone?
No, I don't.
2-point conversion is no good. But with 51 seconds remaining in our first half, it is 42-48 for the Wildcats and 28 for the Patriots.
Hi, I'm Brett Wiedenfeld, Chief Financial Officer and Ag Lender at the Bank of Hartington, and I'm also a Northeast Nebraska pork producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we have the tools and knowledge to help your operation grow. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
Back here at Russ Hookstein Field, we have a barn burner tonight. Wildcats take the early lead 6-0, and then Clarkson Leigh comes back, extends the lead, or takes the lead, extends it to 22-12, and since that time, both teams have gone back and forth, and now Hartington and Newcastle have scored the last 3 touchdowns, and they have a 42-28 lead here with 51.9 seconds remaining.
And it's actually been a 30-6 run. At one time it was 22-12 Clarkson Leigh.
So on that 2-point conversion, the run failed and there was a flag down. I thought maybe it was against the Wildcats, but it was against the Patriots because the Wildcats are kicking off at the Patriot 35-yard line. Certainly they could try a squib kick here if they wanted, but you may want to kick it deep there and just try to go into halftime, and they do. They kick it through the end zone. Let the Patriots start at their own 15-yard line rather than give them an extra 20 yards if you're unsuccessful in the onside kick.
It'll be interesting to see what Clarkson Leigh does here because, you know, they don't want to pass the ball. They don't pass it down the field a lot. It's a short passing game. And, you know, incompletions could give the Wildcats the ball one more time before the half.
So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Fake handoff, quarterback has it, and he is brought down by number 15. That's Jake Pites. Great tackle for the freshman.
Yeah, and he's a young man, Mike, that's got a really nice future ahead of him. He's about 6'3", 175, 180-pound freshman. Very good athlete. He's going to see a lot of time in all likelihood on the basketball floor this fall, and he's going to do nothing but get better. I think next year you'll see an expanded role for him on the offensive side of the ball.
Pites there tackles Paprosky in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 12 for the Patriots. With this be the last play of the first half. Hand off to McAvoy. Tries to cut around the left-hand side. Still on his feet. Still going. First down. Gets out of bounds. This is not the last play of the first half. There's 3.3 seconds remaining. So they give it to McAvoy and just let him try to make something.
Corey Pierce and I were talking during the timeout about sometimes you can get almost a little too cute. They need to keep the ball in his hands as much as possible.
This will be the last play of the first half, barring a defensive penalty. It's 3.3 seconds remaining, and the Patriots are on their own 27-yard line. Receiver comes out, split way out to the right-hand side. Paprosky pitches, McAvoy trying to cut it back, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 4. That will be our last play of the first half here with a score of 42 for the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats and 28 for Clarkson Leigh Patriots. Stay tuned. We're going to have an interview at halftime with Hartington Newcastle Superintendent A.J. Johnson. We'll be right back.
Sportsmanship is the ability to have fun, be competitive, and treat others with respect in the act of winning or losing, whether that's parents or players.
Sportsmanship is the balance between players, coaches, officials, and spectators.
Supporting and encouragement surpasses all harsh judgment. Express positive motivation by communicating with good sportsmanship, either in the stands or in the act of participating. parents, remember your kids are watching you as they're participating in their activity. Set a positive example for your kids to feed off of.
Showing good sportsmanship not only shows good character as a fan, but can also improve productivity among the competitors.
In being a great opponent, you need to have great attitude and respect for the game.
The outcome of the game is out of your control, so sit back and let the athletes do what they do best.
In the community of Hartington, we keep life simple. The simple moments, a simple smile, and keeping you connected to the world with simply the best internet service. Hartelco has built a fiber optic broadband network that powers your homes and businesses' Wi-Fi with super fast download speeds up to 100 megabytes per second. Imagine no buffering and the whole family using your Wi-Fi at once. It's simple. Upgrade to the speed you need by calling Hartelco today.
We are at halftime at the Hartington Community Complex, Russ Hochstein Field, with the halftime score of the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats 42 and the Clarkson Leigh Patriots 28. And we're joined now by Superintendent A.J. Johnson, and we're going to spend a few minutes talking about all the happenings right now at school. And with all the things that are happening, Mr. Johnson, I'm not sure a 15-minute halftime is going to be long enough.
No, there's a lot going on at school, and I tell you, I'd just like to give a salute to the Wildcats here tonight because, got off in a little bit of a hole. They've scored the last 22 points. They're looking good right now.
Yeah.
They made some really nice plays, and we've got some kids who can run, and they're sure doing a good job of using their speed tonight. So hopefully they keep it up in that second half.
Yeah, and their offense has just been unstoppable. They've got all facets working.
Yeah, they do. Hopefully they can. They've made a few stops on defense now. Hopefully they can keep that up in the second half and score some more points. Or an exciting game, really entertaining game to watch.
It has been. Mike and I were just talking about that during the break. And let's start with football right now. There's a lot of things going on, and let's start with football. This is the first round of the playoffs.
Yep. We're excited to be hosting a home game here at the complex, and couldn't be more excited to do that. The Cats had a really nice season, going 5-3. That last game they had was a little bit of a heartbreaker against Bloomfield, but they seemed to bounce back nicely, and we'd sure love to be playing next Wednesday, wherever we end up playing.
Right, and that would when the next ball game would be.
That would be the next ball game if we win this one tonight.
In addition to football, we've just come off parent-teacher conferences yesterday. What were your impressions of parent?
I thought we had good turnout. It's always great to see parents there. Whether your kid is getting really good grades or struggling in some classes, we always like to have that communication. And anytime we get communication with parents and try to make sure and show that we're all on the same team, I think that's a great thing.
It really is. And even though it's a long day, it's a good day.
Yeah, it is. It's a good day.
In addition to parent-teacher conferences, in addition to football, cross-country ended last week.
Yeah.
I know you went out to the state.
Yes, went out to the state meet and watched our runners run. We co-op with Cedar Catholic. We had 4 runners run. The girls were Anna Reifenrath and Anna Burback, and Anna Reifenrath just missed out on a medal. Was 16th, but she ran a great race. And the boys were Braden Cottle and Dagan Joe-Kimson. They both ran well, and it was fun to go out and watch them play. It was a beautiful day, or watch them run. It was a beautiful day out in Kearney that day.
Now, myself, having never been a runner, I found that watching cross-country is a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. I tell you what, and watching cross-country is probably the most physically exerting sport you'll ever watch, because if you want to see the kids more than once or twice, you better run with them. and I put on, I don't know how many miles or kilometers I put on that day, but I probably need it, but I did put on a few, and I was wiped out. I can't imagine how wiped out the kids were.
And that's a program that's been so much fun with the co-op.
It has.
And I think Coach Naker and Coach Holstein do such a
they do.
Job.
We're lucky. I think the kids just love running for them, and I think they've got a great family environment there, and they've done a great job with the co-op between the two schools. It's a wonderful job.
It really is. Okay, let's move on to the next thing that's going on right now, and that's volleyball. The Wildcats just came off conference volleyball. If you could talk about that for a minute, and looking forward to next week.
Yes, and the Wildcats were just in the finals of the Lewis and Clark Conference Tournament on Tuesday. Didn't quite turn out our way. I'm sure the Lady Cats would like to have that one back against Why Not, but they were conference runner-up, and when you're talking about 16 teams in the conference, that's quite an accomplishment. So we're proud of them, and now they have districts starting Monday. They'll be in Creighton. We are the #1 seed in our sub-district, so we will play at approximately 8 o'clock that night. It could be later. It could be a late night, and we'll play the winner of Wausau and Niobrara Verdigris, I believe, and if we win that game, we'll play the next night back in Creighton.
Yeah, so again, it starts on Monday and Tuesday.
Yep, starts on Monday and Tuesday, and if the Wildcats can get the win here tonight, then we'll have football on Wednesday. So it could be another very busy week to be a Wildcat.
Right. So when we talk about how busy things are right now,
yeah,
they really are.
They really are.
Okay, in addition to all that, we're just on the cusp now of the one-act play production and its competition, and you again are headlining the coaching staff there, but you do have Linda Cottle again this year. Linda
Cottle and Lindsay Stoppard are both working with the one-act with me again this year, coaching together, and so we're glad to have Linda back. You know, she retired from teaching a few years ago, but we're certainly glad to have her back and hope she continues to do so as long as she wants.
And like you mentioned, Lindsay Stoppard coming with us over from Laurel.
Yes, yep.
Can you address a little bit, again, last year's another successful year for the one-act play. Just briefly touch on last year so we can kind of see what we're going into.
And see, last year we had really quite a young cast in our leads, and we're still a little bit fairly young this year in terms of we have quite a few juniors and as leads. And last year we were able to win the state championship. Sam Harms was named the best actor in the state. Shay Morton is a returner, and he was also given an outstanding performance award, along with Alexa Lammers, who graduated at state. Got several returning kids who had parts last year, so we're working hard. The play we're doing this year is called Peter and the Starcatcher, and it's basically the prequel to Peter Pan. It's a comedy, and it kind of tells the backstory of how everything came to happen so that Peter Pan could happen. Shay Morton plays the lead, the part of Peter, and then the other leads are played by Sam Harms, who plays the part of Captain Stash, who eventually becomes Captain Hook, and then Belle Harms plays the lead female part, along with Abby Morton has also a large female part.
Now, one of the things that's always impressed me with our one-act play is how many kids you get involved, as well as you get a lot of kids on stage.
Yeah, we do. You know, we'll have close to 45 kids on stage this year, and that's great. We love having that kind of participation. The kids work hard. They're dedicated to practicing hard, and we perform here in a little over a week and a half. Week from Sunday, we perform on the 4th for the public. That's at 7 o'clock. We're working hard to make that happen. So hopefully we'll be ready and we'll put on a good show. And one of the things a lot of people don't realize just how much the show changes.
I was going to mention that.
If you watch it on the 4th, by the time we compete the next week, when we compete for conference, we'll have already made a bunch of changes. We actually have a guest judge coming in again this year, and that's Jill Hazing, who was at Laurel for many years and won several state championships. So she'll give us a lot of good critiques, we hope.
Right, and by the time it seems like you get to do, it's almost
and by the time we get to districts, and it's a much different play. So we'd love for people to come on the 4th and give us some good feedback and hopefully be entertained, and then we'd love for people to continue to support us as we go along in the season.
Okay, could you, before we let you go, you talked about the performance on the 4th. Can you talk a little bit about conference, where that's at, when that is? And
the conference is at Wausau this year, and actually Wausau and Osmond have co-op, so they're performing together. We'll perform in the afternoon, and that's on Tuesday the 14th. Tuesday the 13th, and then later on the week on that Saturday we will go to David City, and we'll perform there, and it's kind of a workshop day with York, David City, and Wausau, and so we'll get a lot of good critiques that day. And then our district is on November 27th. We will be hosting that in Newcastle, and several schools around the area are in that district, including Cedar Catholic and Laurel Concord Coleridge. Looking forward for a great day of competition. There will be some really solid competition there, so we'll have have to be at our utmost best that day.
At the district competition, is it just the one team?
Yep, just the top team goes. So we'll go there. We'll give it our best shot, and hopefully it'll turn out in our favor.
Right, again. Well, anything else coming to mind? I think we've covered a lot of things, but there's just...
It has been a great first quarter, and I'd like to thank the students, the teachers and staff, everybody, the parents, everybody associated with Hartington Newcastle Public Schools, because the first quarter just flew by, and I think you feel the same. And it's just been a great quarter, and we just hope to continue on and have a great school year. It's a great time to be a Wildcat.
It really is. And again, that's Mr. A.J. Johnson, the superintendent at Hartington Newcastle Public Schools. Again, if you get a chance, get out to Creighton, watch the girl volleyball team, and like you said, hopefully the football team continues on the way it is, and next Wednesday, and then the one-act play competitions. Again, thank you, Mr. Johnson, for joining us.
Thank you.
And again, we're at halftime at Russ Hochstein Field with the halftime score: the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats 42, the Clarkson Leigh Patriots 28. We'll be back with the second half kick after a few moments.
Hi, I'm Eric Hamus, Ag Loan Officer at the Bank of Hartington and a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We work with our clients to develop financial plans that help them meet their goals. We know that for our farmers, it is much more than a job, it's a way of life. How do we know? Because we are farmers, and we are living it too.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
Again, thanks for joining us, folks. We're at halftime here at Russ Hochstein Field and a big shootout. The score is 42 for the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats, 28 for the Clarkson Leigh Patriots. And we want to thank Hartington Newcastle Superintendent A.J. Johnson for coming up here at halftime and spending some time with us and reaching out to the community, telling us what's going on around the school. And oh my gosh, there's a lot of things going on. Ken Kneifel?
It makes the days fly by.
Sorry. Ken Kneifel is here with me at halftime. Sorry, we had his mic turned down. Lots of things going on at the schools.
No, it really is. And this week alone, the girls played volleyball at Ponca on Monday night. Then they played the championship on Tuesday night. Wednesday was parent-teacher conference. Tonight is state football playoffs. And then we turn around on Monday with the girls competing in sub-districts in Creighton on Monday. Hopefully then again on Tuesday. And again, hopefully the boys will take care of business in the second half here. And if they do, then it's football on Wednesday.
And that would be either at Humphrey St. Francis, the #1 seed, or I don't remember who they're playing. Or Wausau, that's right. Yep.
And I know the boys are really, really looking forward to getting a shot at Humphrey St. Francis, and yet they've done a nice job of knowing that they have to take care of business tonight, because this number 34, this Tommy McAvoy, could play for a lot of people.
That's exactly right.
And they've done Clarkson Lee's done a nice job up front, and Mike, This first possession of the second half, the Wildcats will be kicking to the Patriots. And if you're Clarkson Leigh, it's imperative that you come away with points on this first possession because they're down 2 scores right now, and they've shown almost no ability. Outside of the one possession where they held the Wildcats, they've shown no ability right now to really even slow down the Wildcat attack. They've got the passing game going, the jet sweeps with Kobe Heitman. They're going to be very difficult to stop in the second half.
We do have a couple scores from around the area. Final score, Bloomfield 38, Meridian 14, so they advanced to the second round of the D2 playoffs. And then after one quarter, scores Randolph 10, Plainview nothing.
And Mike, I want to, you mentioned the 2 scores there. Randolph, Bloomfield were both in Hartington, Newcastle's district, and somewhat kind of an amazing thing. I'm sure it's happened before different times. But every team out of the district from Hartington, Newcastle qualified for the state playoffs. That is a strong field and showing from Northeast Nebraska. We're going to take some time here. We're going to go over the scoring of the first half, and it may take some time. It's 42-28. So Hartington Newcastle scored with 10:21 remaining in the first half on a pass from Morton to McPhillips, 18 yards, made it 6-0. And then Clarkson Leigh answered back and took the lead on a McAvoy 30-yard run, make it 8-6 with the 2-point conversion. And then McAvoy again from 6 yards out, and then it was 14-6 Patriots over the Wildcats. Ethan Cook answers back for the Wildcats on a 22-yard run. 2-point conversion fails, and that brings the score 14-12, charge of favor of the Patriots after one. Second quarter, lots of scoring. The Wildcats outscored the Patriots by a score of 30-14 in the second quarter. Clarkson Leigh scores first at the 11:08 mark. McAvoy scores from 20 yards out, making it 22-12, a 10-point lead for the Patriots. Hartington answers back. Cook, 3-yard run, 2-point conversion is good. Clarkson Leigh, Paprosky, 9-yard run, brings the score to 28-20. And then Hartington Newcastle closes out the first half with 3 touchdowns. Morton to Korth from 31 yards out, 2-point conversion good. Ethan Cook, 10-yard run at 2:33 mark, and the 2-point conversion, Morton to McPhillips, is good, making the score 36-28. And then with 51 seconds remaining after the Wildcats get a big stop on defense, Morton is able to hit McPhillips on a big 42-yard touchdown pass. Incredible Randy Moss action, bringing it in over the defensive back. 2-point conversion fails, but that is our halftime score, 42-28, and we're just now ready to start our third quarter with more fireworks to come. Right, like I said, I think if you're Clarkson Leigh, you've got to take this first possession of the second half and go down and get points, because you show no ability really at all to stop the Wildcat offense. And Mike, one of the things, speaking of the Wildcat offense,
and a short squib kick covered by the Patriots.
I've been so impressed with Coach Ulrich and his staff has been. He does have a number of weapons at his disposal, and he does a nice job of using them.
Mixing it up.
Yeah, he really gets all facets, going.
And Heitman did not see the ball at the early part of the game, but he really got him mixed into the game plan there in that second quarter, and I think that's when the Wildcats took over. So first down for the Patriots on their own 36-yard line. Hand off up the middle to midfield. Carrier was by Stanley.
And this is a little bit what the Patriots did early in the game is some quick hitters trying to work over the right side. The Wildcats again now have moved Ethan Cook from defensive end. They did it late in the first half, down to the nose, and they brought Kobe Heitman up to that defensive end.
Well, it's 2nd and 5. Patriots. McAvoy goes in motion on the right-hand side. And Paprosky, keeper on the right-hand side, gets the first down. So they're going to use McAvoy as a decoy and then as a blocker downfield on that run around the right end for the quarterback.
And that time he faked the dive right. And Paprosky, I've been really impressed with his ball handling, his fakes on that. He really, really rides that dive, and then he pulls it out. And as the defense collapses, he finds room on the right-hand side.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Patriots on the 31-yard line. call it 30.5-yard line. Peprosky underneath center. Again, going in motion. And now flags are down, or nope, timeout with 10:56 remaining in our third quarter, an early timeout. And again, our score is 42-28, Wildcats over the Patriots.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
And back here at Russ Hookstein Field, we'll go into a little bit later talking about Russ Hookstein. I think I know somebody here knows a little bit more about him than I do, that's for sure. But it is 1st and 10 for the Patriots on the Wildcat 31-yard line. And off to Stanley on the right-hand side. Short gain on the play.
Making a stop, number 17, Turner Court.
And again, the Wildcats have countered with that four-man front. But that timeout, Mike, this early in the second half, again, I think just illustrates how important they know this possession is.
And one thing I noticed so far, they've driven down the field a little bit here, but they have not given it to McAvoy yet. Been using him as a decoy in the second half. And he comes out in motion on the left-hand side. And quarterback keeper on the left-hand side. And then he is brought down by number 23 as Carson Tudback. Going to be short of a first down. We'll call it 3rd and a long 3 for the Patriots.
Without a doubt now, it's 4-down territory. And like you said, they haven't given it to McAvoy yet, but they're about to, I think.
And on several plays, they've used McAvoy going out in motion to put another defender blocking out there on that end. So, and they give it to McAvoy now. Gets the first down, past the 20-yard line, down to the 18. 1st and 10 Patriots.
Yeah, well blocked on that right-hand side. And again, one of the formations I like that Clarkson Leigh used in that first half that actually Coach Colleen used to use a lot at times is where you put him in that wildcat, that shotgun with the 7-man line, snap it to him and let him pick and choose where he wants to go.
They were very successful with that in the first half, but we haven't quite seen that formation yet. We may see it as they get down closer to the goal. Shotgun formation. Peprosky hands off to McAvoy. Comes back to the left-hand side. Still turning his feet. Goes out of bounds inside the 5.
That one may be coming back.
Nope, I did not see the flag. It is holding.
That was thrown back in the holding area.
Penalty is holding against Clarkson Leigh.
That's one area so far where it's the penalty yardage has got to be greatly in the Hartington Newcastle Wildcat favor, because I believe they've been flagged once. Maybe
could be.
But that's about the 5th or 6th flag, and about the 4th holding call now on Clarkson Leigh.
And that was a big one, because they would have had a 1st and goal inside the 5.
Right. It was. You're right.
That's 1st and 21 at the 29-yard line. Big number 99 came into the lineup. He's a sophomore, 225-pound Lane Kreutz for the Patriots. Receiver out on the far side. And pitch to McAvoy. Halfback pass and wide open. Oh, and picked off at the goal line. McPhillips, they're going to put the ball at the 1-yard line. His momentum carried him into the end zone.
I tell you what, he had his receiver wide open, and McAvoy just I don't know if it slipped or what, but he had nothing on that throw hardly, and that allowed Lincoln to come back and come all the way over and make the interception.
His receiver was wide open, and maybe he just threw it up, just giving him plenty of time to catch it, but that was enough time for Lincoln McPhillips to recover and pick off the pass. Big defensive play for the Wildcats here. They take over on their own 1-yard line. Morton gives it to Cook, up the middle. Oh, and he's still going. 20, 25, 30, 35, and he's going to be marked down at the 38-yard line. That is how you get yourself out of a hole. Give it to your running back, Ethan Cook.
Really is, and he broke a tackle right about the goal line, 1-yard line. And like I said, they've got Heitman established, they've got Korth established, McPhillips.
So now the Wildcats way out beyond the shadow of the goalpost near midfield. They're at their own 38-yard lines. Now they can open up their playbook a little bit more if they need to. Morton in the shotgun formation. I'm sure that's Cook set next to him. Morton with a keeper on the right-hand side, gets around the corner, breaks open, the 25, 20, 15, touchdown, Shane Morton. Brings it in from 42 yards out.
You know, the first 4 or 5 games, Mike, they really didn't use Shea as a runner a whole lot. And the kind of this second half they have, he's definitely a dual threat quarterback. As you saw right there, he's a very, very capable runner.
Just out-sprinted the defenders to the end zone. Able to get just across the corner of the goal line. And extends the lead to 48-28. And if you're Clarkson Leigh, that is a wake-up call.
Yeah, now you really are in trouble.
2-point conversion coming up. Morton gets a snap. Gets it to Heitman coming around the left-hand side. Tries to get in there. And no good. But the Wildcats extend the lead 48-28 over the Clarkson Leigh Patriots.
Hi, I'm Cameron Shrimp, egg lender at the Bank of Hartington Bloomfield Loan Production Office. I'm also a grain producer, beef producer, and former agronomist. Here at the Bank of Hartington, we understand the ever-changing demands and challenges of today's grain and livestock producers. We work close with our clients to develop financial plans that fit their operation and help them reach their goal. How do we know? Because our egg lenders have true egg experience.
And we're back here at Russ Hookstein Field with Ken Kneifel and Corey Pearson. And the Wildcats extend their lead to 20, 48-28. And we mentioned earlier, this is Russ Hookstein Field, and Ken, you were able to coach Russ Hookstein back in junior high, was it?
Yeah, yes, it was, and I was real fortunate. And even at that point, you could tell he was something a little bit special just from the fact that he had the size he did and his feet were just outstanding. Russ was a really good basketball player, and he absolutely loved the game of football. Again, I'm very fortunate to have coached a lot of different players that were very talented, and obviously Russ was as good as they come.
Ball goes out of bounds slowly inside the 15-yard line. If it wouldn't have rolled one more time, it would have been inside and would have been anybody's ball. But in this case, penalty on the Wildcats.
And last week, when we interviewed Blair Clean, we were able to talk a little bit about that playoff game that year where Hartington played Cedar Catholic in what was just an electric atmosphere. Russ was a senior, best friend with Kurt Topp and Travis Denninger from the Wildcats, and Cedar had a number of other players that were talented. Just a neat atmosphere, and I'll never forget that game and the atmosphere of that game.
First and 10.
Penalty was a legal procedure against the Wildcats. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Patriots. So the Patriots need a score here. They are down by 20 with 8.5 minutes remaining in our third quarter. High scoring contest here from Russ Huckstein Field. Quarterback keeper, and he is brought down. Loss of half a yard on the play.
They've given it to McElroy twice in that last drive. Then they had the pass where he threw the ball. And really, I'm surprised that they don't even give it to him even more often, because he really hasn't been stopped tonight. Maybe on a play here or there, but generally it's been 6-7 yards at least.
Shotgun formation, McAvoy next to the quarterback, and they hand it off to him. And he is going to be brought down for a loss as well. Kind of wonder if at halftime, maybe the Wildcats may have tweaked their defensive line a little bit more, but they are getting penetration in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd and 12.
Yeah, with the running game, that first drive of the second half, is a lot quicker running game. With the dive, and they got that established. Then the quarterback got out a couple times. But if you're Hartington Newcastle, this is right where you want them. 3rd and long. That's not where they want to be.
I formation. Kaprowski pitches it to McAvoy, gets a head of steam, able to cut it up over the outside. He's going to be brought down inside the 35-yard line. It will be 4th down. We'll call it 2.
And if you're Clarkson Leigh, even though it's in your own territory, you've got to go here, because you've shown no ability to stop Hartington Newcastle.
I want to give a shout out to all the listeners tonight. Scott Ulrich checking in on tonight's game, and fumble on the play and flag down. And I believe illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty, and that is huge on the Patriots. You talked a little bit earlier about Patriots have been kind of shooting themselves in the foot with penalties tonight, and nothing bigger than that one on a short 4th and 2 play.
No, it really does, because in that 4th and short, you like their chances of picking it up. They've been very successful on the ground so far, but 4th and 7's a little different beast.
But they will go for it. They're down by 20 with 6.5 minutes remaining in our third quarter. High formation. Pitch to McAvoy. Gets a head of steam, and he is going to be brought down on about the 30-yard line, where the Wildcats will take over on possession.
And the Wildcat that was there around his legs was Morgan Cook. And Morgan's a little undersized at times at the backer position, but he'll stick his nose, and that was a picture-perfect tackle. Got the hat across, wrapped up, and then just waited for his friends to get there.
Carson Sibick was right there with him.
And again, how big was that penalty, Mike?
Huge, and now Wildcats are in good field position on 30-yard line. Hand it off to Cook. Maybe again a 1 on the play. It looks like a defender may have jumped, but no flags came down. Must not have gotten past the line of scrimmage.
And again, you almost look possibly Kobe Heitman on that jet sweep. And anytime they want, if they want to run the play action where they fake the jet sweep, fake to Ethan Cook, they've shown the receivers have been running, pretty much by themselves.
We'll still call it 2nd and 10. Hand off to Heitman going around the left-hand side. Got a head of steam. He's got open field. Touchdown saving tackle. They're going to say he did step out of bounds on about the 17-yard line.
Tremendous blocks on that side by Morgan Cook and Turner Korth on the perimeter. Because again, Heitman's not running into any obstacles for over 5 yards.
On the defensive end is not keeping containment for the Patriots, but
again, I credit Cook and Korth for their blocks on the perimeter.
1st and 10 Wildcats, 17-yard line. And off to Cook, trying to get around the corner, and he's got an open field touchdown, Wildcats. Ethan Cook on the score from 17 yards out. So he extends the lead to 54-28 with 5:16 remaining in our third quarter.
Now, Mike, you know, for as back and forth and competitive as this game was in the first half, it's been five straight touchdowns for the Wildcats, you know, unanswered points.
Back to pass is Morton, and wide open in the corner of the end zone. Let's get a number on that. Lick and McPhillips.
Yeah. And in addition to their, Turner Korth was wide open coming across the middle. And again, Coach Ulrich thought going in that they'd be able to throw the ball successfully on the Patriots, and they have been.
So with 5:16 remaining in our third quarter, the score is 56 for the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats and 28 for the Clarkson Leigh Patriots.
In the community of Hartington, we keep life simple. The simple moments, a simple smile, and keeping you connected to the world with simply the best internet service. Hartelco has built a fiber optic broadband network that powers your homes and businesses' Wi-Fi with super fast download speeds up to 100 megabytes per second. Imagine no buffering and the whole family using your Wi-Fi at once. It's simple. Upgrade to the speed you need by calling Hartelco today.
Back here at Russ Hookstein Field, the Wildcats taking control of this game after a back and forth first half. As you heard Ken Kneifel say, they have now scored 5 straight touchdowns to break this game wide open.
Yeah, and again, it seemed like not that long ago the Wildcats were down 10 points, and all of a sudden now, Mike, we're within 7 points of having the running clock.
That's exactly right, Ken. Kickoff, squib kick, taken down at the 36-yard line, immediately covered by number 62, that is Picorni. He's a 175-pound senior for the Patriots.
And that's a well-coached football team, and a nice decision by that man, because sometimes those kids want to pick up the ball and go, and if they're not used to carrying it, you can put the ball on the ground real easily when you get hit. If you're the Patriots, Mike, they don't want to throw the ball, and it would almost seem their best bet is just with McAvoy running the ball.
It's like Wildcat formation to McAvoy, and he takes it around the right end. He's got 2 blockers in front of him. Able to pick his way near a first down. He's going to be marked out short on the 36-yard line of the Wildcats.
Again, a little different look though, but again, it's just going to snap to McAvoy, and he's going to find where he wants to go.
And that may be one of their best plays. Get McAvoy to the outside. He can step out of bounds, stop the clock. And
he's got tremendous vision. If he sees the hole towards the middle, he'll go there. I mean, I've been really impressed with him as a runner. Not as much as a passer, but he's a tremendous runner.
Shotgun formation, Peprosky. Hands off to McAvoy, coming around the left-hand side. Makes one Wildcat miss, then he's driven out of bounds by McPhillips. Not before he gets a first down, though. Inside the 30-yard line, going to mark him down at the 28.
28-yard line.
I don't believe, Mike, anybody's gotten a score from the Wausau Humphrey St. Francis game yet.
1st and 10, Patriots. I formation, very close. And McAvoy is in the fullback position, and I believe they handed off to him.
They faked it. I think Petrosky just tried to get behind the 2 backs, almost with 2 blockers in front of him, and he just got so jammed up that there was nowhere to go.
So no gain on the play, maybe a loss of 1 possibly. So a 2nd and 10, shotgun formations, Peprosky. Back to pass, slips, and he's going to be brought down. Ball is fumbled. I believe he recovered it again, but big loss on the play, loss of 10 for the Patriots.
Again, that's just not what they want to do. That play had basically no chance. He slipped a little bit when he set to throw, but it was just kind of a meeting at the quarterback there.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 20.
One of the
Patriots.
Clarkson Leigh does throw the ball. They like to throw the screen pass, the short ball. They scored the touchdown on the screen pass in the first half, although it was disputed some. Again, they're just not where they want to be. Looks like, again, they're going to just snap it back to McAvoy and let him see what he can do running the ball.
And flag down. McAvoy gets a wide open field. He's going to go the distance. But again, there's a flag down. The referee is already saying negate the play. And I think it's going to be a procedure call against the Patriots. Nice play there by McAvoy. Legal shift, I believe.
Yes. And again, I know one school of thought is you can't let one player carry it time after time, but boy, it'd be tempting with him.
It would be.
I've been impressed with his. He's shown the whole package. He's shown the strength, the speed, the vision, the patience. And again, same formation now.
3rd down, 25 yards to go on their own 36-yard line. And McAvoy's going to be brought down for another loss. He slipped a couple times there, but Wildcats with relentless defense, they're pinning their ears back and bringing on the rush.
Yeah, I think they think, okay, if you want to pass the ball, go ahead. We're gonna focus on you running the ball.
Indicating for Clarkson Leigh is number 34, Johnny McAvoy. That beat the Wildcats. Number 8, Kobe Heitman.
And McAvoy took his time, but Heitman gets the ball up past the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, and he's going to be brought down right at midfield, tackled by McAvoy.
Yeah, you've got a flag on the return. I think that one's going to come back. But again, for the way that first half went, we're not out of the 3rd quarter yet, and we could have the running clock before this quarter's over. And it hasn't been the smoothest night for Ethan Cook running the ball. He's had some nice runs. They've stopped him at times, but he's still. We don't have the statistics here, but he's still got to be over 100 yards. They've got Heitman. I mean, they've got their whole offensive playbook established right now.
So Wildcats will have the ball on the 16-yard line. 2:45 remaining in our 3rd quarter. Again, the Wildcats have broken it open here up at Russ Hookstein Field. Receivers out to the right. Hand off to Cook. Short gain on the play. He'll be brought down. Clock continues to tick, and you wonder if that's not the Wildcats they're going to do. It's only 3rd quarter. They want the clock to run.
Right. Yeah, and you know, the Wildcats had the 2 losses in back-to-back weeks with Allen and Randolph. Both games that they lost on the scoreboard fairly cleanly. The total yardage was fairly even. But the last 3 or 4 weeks, the Wildcats have been playing really well, and it's going to be interesting. They're going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
So we'll call it 2nd and 8. Wildcats. Morton hands off to Cook again. Gets the corner. Gets a 1st down up past the 30. And we mark right at the 30-yard line. Chains will move.
When he gets to that 2nd level and that shoulder goes down, you might tackle him, but you're going to pay the price.
Usually gets another 3 to 5 yards after that initial contact. Clock is ticking. 1:50 remaining in our 3rd quarter. 56-28. Again, what once was a very tight ball game and very much in doubt.
One time the Patriots had a 22-12 lead. So since then it's been 44-6.
Morton with the keeper, right hand side. And now flag is down.
I think they may very well have a face mask at the end of that.
Morton gained about 6 yards on the play, and we'll see what the call is. They're marking the ball at the 36, 37-yard line.
You know, and you also have to credit, I think Coach Ulrich does such a nice job of putting them in nice positions by formation, by the play calls and things like that. But you know that this offensive line that early in the year kind of had some growing pains at times, this and that, has really been playing well the last several weeks.
So that was an inadvertent face mask, so 5-yard type. So, but the ball is now across midfield on the Patriot 39-yard line, where it's 1st and 10. Morton takes a pass, handoff, passes wide open. It's Heitman, gets behind the defense, in for a score. 38-yard pass, Morton to Heitman. Morton faked him out. Heitman got behind the defense and was able to bring it in and take it the distance.
There's just so many facets to this offense. They've got several receivers that are very capable of catching it, taking it the distance. Morton has shown the ability to hurt you as a runner as well as a passer. Then you throw in Cook with the running game, and there's just a number of ways they can hurt you. And again, we get the 2-point conversion here, and then we're in the running clock for the...
Morton trying to pass. Throws it way up out of the end zone. So 2-point conversion, no good, but with 1:10 remaining in the third quarter, the score is 62-38.
Hi, I'm Eric Camus, Ag Loan Officer at the Bank of Hartington and a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We work with our clients to develop financial plans that help them meet their goals. We know that for our farmers, it is much more than a job, it's a way of life. How do we know? Because we are farmers and we are living it too.
And we're back with you here at Russ Hookstein Field. I want to thank the Bank of Hartington for sponsoring our game tonight. Hey, we want to give a shout out to the Bank of Hartington bowling team. Of all things, we've heard from them up here in the booth. We got you covered. Thanks for joining us tonight. 62-28. Not quite a running clock, 34-point lead for the Wildcats, 6 unanswered touchdowns.
Again, just a couple weeks ago, my Shea Morton threw for 6 scores. Tonight, in under 3 quarters of action, he's got 5 touchdown passes, correct? Was it 4? 4 touchdowns. And he's run for 1.
Yes.
Ball recovered by number 11, Carter Hagel.
Short kick again, recovered by the Patriots at their own 32-yard line. They will take over here, 1:08 again remaining in our third quarter. You know, we haven't had one of these games. I have a score sheet. I keep track of every game we do throughout the year. I've done it for years and years. I've only got 3 lines remaining on our score sheet, and I'm going to run out of room. This is a high-scoring contest, 61-28. Hand off to McAvoy. He is hit in the backfield. Still on his feet and hit again. Shooting through there, I believe, was number 23. Is that Clarkson Sidbeck on that first hit? Wow.
And Mike, we gave a shout out to Dave Leverson earlier in the game, and he just texted me enjoying the game to the fullest.
Glad to have the Creek Cardinals on board as well. Not sure about the Doane Tigers. I'm sorry, my son went to Concordia. I hope, Dave, you got a good chuckle out of that one. There's 30 seconds remaining here in our third quarter. Looks like the Patriots are coming up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to get off at least one more play. Going to be 2nd and 12. Flag down in the backfield. Delay of game. That's why they ran up to the line of scrimmage. But again, the Patriots have had at least... I haven't been keeping track. 7 penalty flags maybe this evening. And timeout on the field here with 21 seconds remaining in our third quarter. We'll be back in just a moment. When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hartelco is your gig-capable technology leader in Northeast Nebraska. Whether it's phone, IPTV, 100 meg per second internet service, computer sales and repair, or home and business networking, Hartelco has the experts to help you with your technology needs. Just stop by our office at 103 West Center Street in Hartington or call us at 402-254-3901.
Again, back here at Russ Hookstein Field. Wildcats have broken it wide open, 62-28. Patriots have the ball, second down and 12. Wildcats defense, I mean the offense has scored obviously, but their defense has really stepped it up.
Yeah, they kind of did the last couple weeks too with Bloomfield and Wausau, where the defense just kind of, once they get zoned in, figure out how it is they want to attack things, they play pretty well. And like you said, you're right, Mike. I mean, that's a really, really nice point that the offense, we've been talking about the offense, but the defense only given up one score in the last, nearly 2 quarters.
Gain of 6 on the play will bring up third and another 6 to go for the Patriots. And late pitch and down, the quarterback's going to be called down, so it's going to bring up 4th down. Paprowski was hit near the line of scrimmage, got down on one knee, then pitched it, and the referees blew the ball dead. So it will be 3rd and we'll call it 6 again for the Wildcats. They've got to get down, for the Patriots, 4th down. Oh, that is the end of our 3rd quarter. So at the end of 3 is 62 for the Hartington Newcastle Wildcats and 28 for the Clarkson Leigh Patriots.
Sportsmanship is the ability to have fun, be competitive, and treat others with respect in the act of winning or losing, whether that's parents or players.
Sportsmanship is the balance between players, coaches, officials, and spectators.
Supporting and encouragement surpasses all harsh judgment. Express positive motivation by communicating with good sportsmanship, either in the stands or in the act of participating.
Hi, I'm Cameron Shrimp, egg lender at the Bank of Hartington Bloomfield Loan Production Office. I'm also a grain producer, beef producer, and former agronomist. Here at the Bank of Hartington, we understand the ever-changing demands and challenges of today's grain and livestock producers. We work close with our clients to develop financial plans that fit their operation and help them reach their goal. How do we know? Because our egg lenders have true egg experience.
Back with you, start of the 4th quarter, 62-28 Wildcats over the Patriots, and a big 4th down play coming up for the Patriots, 4th and 6 from their own 36-yard line. Shotgun formation with McAvoy blocking, and going to be short is Paprowski, and turnover on downs. Ball will go to the Wildcats. Excuse me.
We gave Carson, a freshman, one of the players of the game last week for the job he did defensively, and you can see why that young man has really made a difference since he started to get a lot of repetition on the defensive side. Jake Pites, another freshman, has played a lot. Tegan Scoggin has played a lot up front.
Like we said, Morton has had 4 touchdown passes and accounted for a 5th. That's 1st and 10 for Wildcats on the Patriots side of the midfield, 38-yard line. Hand off to Cook. Got a good head of steam. 1st down. Pushes his way past the 30. Maybe just short of the 1st down, depending on the mark. It will be. Gain of 9. Going to be 2nd and 1. I thought he had a 1st down for sure. He was moving the pile. Final score from Bloomfield. The Bees won by a score of 38-14 this evening. Second and 1. Morton just waiting for the play clock to tick down. And Morton shakes off a tackle, gets the first down over the right side, down inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and without a doubt, I mean, it's been for a while. I think Clarkson Leigh has been gassed in a lot of positions. They're tired, they're bigger, and then at some point you just get frustrated.
Wildcats taking their time as the clock is ticking. That's exactly what they need to do. No need to, clock's your friend at this point.
Exactly.
So 1st and 10. Morton shotgun formation. Gives on the in around. That is Heitman. Short gain on the play. Tackled by number 11, Carter Haniel.
Again, we talked, Mike, about all 16 or every team in the district making the playoffs from the Hartington Newcastle district, and the Wildcats are on their way to a victory. You said Bloomfield won. I think last year reported Randolph was ahead.
So a good showing here by the Northeast Nebraska Class D2 schools. Going to be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Receiver out to the right. Morton. Going to hand it off to Cook. Getting around the right-hand corner. Hits the cornerback. Gets a few more yards after that initial contact and is shoved out of bounds.
And an unsung part of the game again, the offensive line of Dylan Deniger, Morgan Cook, some of the perimeter blocking of Korth, McPhillips, Heitman. Carson Sidbeck's played a fair amount up front. You know, the Wildcats, after this season's over, are going to say goodbye to a really nice group of seniors. They've got some nice players coming back yet.
3rd and 3. Morton back to pass. Wide open is Korth. Oh, juggled the ball, got a hand on it, not able to bring it in. It would have been a touchdown. But ball falls incomplete. It will be 4th down and 3 to go.
Yeah, there was about 2 or 3 different times I thought Turner had it, and then he lost it, and then he had it and lost it.
We've seen some spectacular plays on defense by the defensive back and some spectacular catches by the Wildcat receivers. There was one that, frankly, it looked like Randy Moss a little bit. Went over the back of the defensive back, pulled it in, and then got another 5 yards for the score.
Okay, now it looks like the Wildcats are actually going to try a field goal here with Dylan Deniger. And one of the things I like about this is the fact that at some point there could be a situation where, whether it be an extra point kick, a field goal attempt, that you might need, and you don't want to have to do it really for the more tries you can get before you have to do it in a pressure situation, the better.
Exactly.
Shea Morton will be the holder.
Ball's going to be placed at the 12-yard line. Is that it? Or 20? Ball is blocked. Kick is blocked, excuse me.
Yeah, again, the timing wasn't quite there. And in 8-man football, you don't really think about this, but when you defend a kick, because there aren't as many up front, those defensive players that come off the edge aren't as far away from the ball as they are like it.
That is true. I had not thought of that. Much better chance for a block kick, just like we saw.
Yeah, if the timing isn't crisp, your chances of getting it off aren't very good.
So the ball had been placed at the 12-yard line, which really is more like the 22, I believe, plus the end zone 32, plus another 7 yards. So it would have been a long 39-yard
They have to adjust things because of the 11-man field and the goalposts. And it's a good thing, Mike, you and I aren't trying to negotiate where the ball is supposed to go or come back to, because who knows where it might be placed. we'd have to look to Corey here to keep things straight.
So the ball is going to be at the 24-yard line where Patriots will have it. They're going to move the pylon, the coal line pylon. Great job by the student manager. And driving through the middle is number 34, McAvoy, gain of 7.
You know,
call it 2nd and 3.
Up front, the Clarkson Leigh line has done some nice things. You know, I'm not sure how often McAvoy has carried the ball tonight, but I almost couldn't blame him for giving it to him almost every time. On especially the quicker plays.
So 2nd down, a long 3 from the 31-yard line. Underneath center, quarterback keeper, following his backs through. He's going to be close to a first down.
I think he's got it. And that time they fake it, and they kind of use McAvoy as a lead blocker. You know, the young quarterback for Clarkson Leigh has done a nice job running the ball. But again, you look, and Hartington Newcastle has 6 players within about 2 to 3 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Great adjustment by the Wildcat coaching staff this evening. 1st and 10, ball just knows if it's on the 35-yard line. And hand off to McAvoy. Tries to find a hole, gets a first down and more. Down into Wildcat territory at the 30, we'll call it 32-yard line.
And if you're Clarkson Leigh, you've got to like the fact that you've got that young man for 2 more years. They've got several seniors, but they play a fair amount of sophomores, a couple freshmen also. The future looks bright for Clarkson Leigh.
First and 10. Hand off to McAvoy. Breaks it out to the outside. Finds a crease. Getting close to the first down marker. He's going to be short. We'll call it 2nd and 1.
Flag on the far side. I'm not sure what they have. Maybe another hold.
And it is.
Penalty is holding against Clarkson Leigh.
So getting Clarkson Leigh, as soon as they get something going, it seems like they get a penalty. It kind of breaks the momentum a little bit.
Checking into the ball game now for the Wildcats is Kobe Heitman's brother Brady.
15 at the 37-yard line.
And we'll see if the Wildcats don't sub a little bit more here.
He's a 145-pound junior. Well, Kobe is a sophomore.
Exactly.
Counter coming around the right-hand side, number 23, when he pushed out of bounds. That's Isaac Weiss.
Yeah, little end around there. They brought the left tight end over on a little misdirection with McAvoy out leading the block, and nice looking play. Clarkson Lee's run some nice stuff tonight.
That's the first time I believe we called that play.
I believe so, yeah.
It's going to be 2nd and 3 from the Wildcat 24-yard line. 7:45 remaining in our contest. McAvoy gets a corner on the left-hand side, shoved out of bounds there by Heitman and McPhillips.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Again, we have not seen a score from Humphrey St. Francis and Wausau. Humphrey St. Francis in the East Division of Class D2. They're the number 1 seed going against Wausau, the 16th seed. But we have seen Wausau upset some teams. But that would be a big
nice team.
Yeah, that would be an upset, but still, it would not surprise me.
And again, if St. Francis does win it, I think a lot of the Hartington Newcastle fans are going to want to see, the difference in score, all that type of thing as they start to try to get a read on the next game.
Yeah, no matter what, the Wildcats will be on the road next week. If Humphrey St. Francis wins, they of course are the higher seed. Both home teams would have won, so they'll be traveling. If Wausau wins,
exactly, yeah,
they were on the road, so then they would get to host the home game in the 2nd round. It's going to be 2nd and 4 And handoff, not going to make it. Tackled by, I believe, Morgan Cook, number 20.
And Morgan is, again, I get back to him about every broadcast. He's just one of those kids that has a nose for the game, nose for the ball, not afraid to stick his nose in there, and he's really a sure tackler. Tackles low, wraps up.
At this point of the game, I think the Patriots are really, they're just running their offense. They're taking their time. If 3rd down and 2. Again, McAvoy, he's going to break the corner and get a touchdown. Touchdown McAvoy from 9 yards out. And that is the first Clarkson Leigh score since 6:38 remaining in our 2nd quarter.
Wow. And again, at one time, the Wildcats had gone on a 50-6 run to take control of this thing.
That's the first score in the 4th quarter. 2-point conversion is no good. And the score with 6:24 remaining is 62 for the Wildcats, 34 for the Patriots. Back here at Russ Hookstein Field, this is Mike Becker with Ken Kneifel and Corey Pearson for Hartelco Sports. Clarkson Leigh, their first score since the 6:38 mark of the first half.
Wildcats have their hands team on right now looking for an onside. And again, you see the hard squib again.
Balls recovered by number 23, Carson Sudbeck. First and 10 Wildcats at the 31-yard line.
So again, we wish the best to the Clarkson Leigh Patriots as they go home this evening. They trail 62-34, and obviously we wish the best to the Wildcats as they will be on the road for a 2nd-round game in the Class D2 playoffs. It'll be either at Humphrey, St. Francis, or at Wausau. Hand off up the middle. No gain on the play. That was Ethan Cook on the carry.
Now, Mike, if St. Francis wins that game and the game's down at Humphrey, they have field turf. And I know some of the Wildcats, you know, one of the things they're excited about is if maybe that won't accentuate their speed even a little more. I don't know if exactly I think about it. I remember Lee Corso with the prediction of that national championship game between Nebraska and Florida saying the grass is going to slow down the Huskers. And what was it, about 62, 64 points later, I guess it did.
Not so fast, my friend.
Right, exactly. And the Cats do have good speed, though, and you like that track if you're the Wildcats.
So, timeout on the field. We'll be right back after this.
Hartington Newcastle Public Schools is a nationally recognized and state-accredited school that offers a variety of classes and distance learning courses and extracurricular activities, including fine arts, FFA, and other activities to promote leadership. This public service announcement is courtesy of Hartelco.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. We're back at Russ Hookstein Field with Hartington Sports. It is 2nd down and 9, and a whole host of new players are in with clean jerseys for the Wildcats. Can run through them.
Well, I've seen Jake Pites now running back, the freshman. I've seen Aiden Gratzfield check into the game, Austin Burcham. That's to give to Jake.
Flag is down.
Tegan Scoggin has come back into the game. I believe Parker Hopping has checked in. So again, it's a nice thing for those kids to say that they've played in a state playoff game. And
you bet. And for those of you, ask Ken just to name the players. I don't know if you're aware, but Ken is the guidance counselor for Hartington Newcastle Schools, if you're listening in from Clarkson, Leigh. So he sees a lot of these players in class every day, and now coming on the field is number 7, 105-pound freshman fullback.
Reese Catala. He'll play some running back, maybe that slot. Carson Jones had been in the game, another freshman. They've got Reese out at the flanker spot right now with Jake Pites at the running back.
And again, Morton hands off to Pites.
Jake figures to be really have his role expanded next year. He's played a lot of defense this year as freshman. He's going to see a lot of offense on that side of the ball. And again, Jake's I watch him walk through the halls, Mike, and again, he's 6'3", 175 pounds, and if you told me he was a senior, I'd believe it just from his physical makeup.
stature.
Yeah. Like I said, he's also extremely athletic.
So lots of subs in there as the clock is ticking. 2nd down and 12 for the Wildcats on the Patriot 35-yard line. Morton gives it to Pites. Comes around the left-hand side. No gain on the play. But the clock continues to
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a neat thing for those kids to say that they played in a state playoff game. Plus, those younger kids practice daily. They're going against the older kids on the scout team. It's a nice reward for them to be able to get in. Aiden Gratzfield is in the game. Remember last week when Denninger was out, the kicker, Gratzfield hit an extra point. That was kind of a key play for a while. It looked like it could have been the difference in the game against Bloomfield for a while last week.
Final score was 24-21 last week. And hand off to Pites again. Loss on the play.
By number 90, Austin Says, number 11, Carter Reynolds. Austin bringing the play, 4th down and 15.
And that time, Catholic on the near side. 105-pound freshman for the Wildcats went up against the defensive back for them, who is, he just had his number or lost it.
And you're going to see the Wildcats bring in their first punt team here, and a lot of times just from an organizational standpoint, you've got to do that. Because you may not have had that second punt team with a lot of reps during the year. And again, sometimes as a coach, this part of the game can be real difficult to coach, just making sure you want people in the game. You don't want to, each position coach kind of has to handle their positions to make sure that they take care of the substitutions, because it can get a little chaotic.
Reese Catholic, again, 105-pound freshman, was lined up against Brock Markson from them, a 120-pound freshman. So it is 1st down for Patriots now.
Yeah, and again, just like it's a neat thing for the Wildcat freshmen, the Patriot freshmen and some of those kids are getting into a state playoff game. That's a neat thing.
Carson Sibbeck on the tackle.
And both teams have a number of really good players coming back. You would look for both these teams back in the playoffs again next year.
Again, 2:28, the clock is ticking, I formation. And up to the tailback. That is number 15, the 120-pound freshman.
Number 15, Brock Markson.
Brock Markson on the carry.
Keegan Scoggin. Gain of 7, 3rd down and 1.
Markson is not very tall compared to the other players. I can't tell, but so that sometimes that is exactly what you want in a running back. Just totally different physique from number 34 McAvoy that we've been seeing all evening. It is 3rd and 1 for the Patriots. They're trying to pick up a first down. He's going to be quarterback keepers got the first down. Faked me out. I thought the ball was going up the middle. But it is a first down.
Yeah, they do a nice job with their quarterbacks on that play of riding that fullback into the line and the quarterback keeping it.
Canyon Hill is on the keeper. And somebody's down on the field for the Patriots. I believe he's getting up slowly. And there he jogs back. I think he's going to be coming off the field. 1:42 remaining. And Ken, something we haven't talked about is player of the game. And that would be tough.
Yeah, it really is.
Choose. I mean, we've had a lot of linemen, we've had a lot of receivers, we've had a quarterback throw for 4, score another one.
Right. I guess right now, I mean, you've got to look at Shea Morton with his 4 touchdown passes and touchdown running. But you could give it to the line. Turner Korth had a really nice game.
Ethan Cook, Carson Sudback,
Lincoln McPhillips.
And there's a whole bunch of linemen.
Yeah, exactly.
Just been on defense. We're not just talking offense either.
Exactly. And I guess if you're Coach Ulrich, you love the fact that a player of the game is hard to choose.
Exactly.
Because you've had so many players play a nice ball game.
You could just as well give it to the coaching staff, too, for all of their defensive adjustments.
I thought they did. I thought they made some really nice adjustments going from the 3-man front to basically the 4-man front. That was, like you said, we kept talking about the offense for so long. But really, the game swung to a great extent when the Wildcats got some stops and got a couple turnovers and things like that.
I do want to thank our sponsors tonight, the Bank of Hartington, for sponsoring this playoff game. But we also want to thank our sponsors throughout the year. They include Anderson & Anderson Insurance, of course, the Bank of Hartington, Bob Hymas, the Dirt Man, Broadway Lane, Cedar Security Bank, Christensen Wells, CLA Electric, Don Miller Land Company, Family First Dental, Face Furniture and Floor Covering, Filemeyer Electric, Floral Design, Folkers Brothers Garage, Grossenberg's, Hartington Feed and Check, Hartington Chopper, Hartington Tree, Heine Electric. Other sponsors throughout the season is Jane Seiler, Kaiser Ag, Cruiser True Value Hardware, Milbrook Seiler Bookkeeping, Northeast Ag Consulting, Northeast Grinding, Northeast Pipe and Panel, Pizza Hut, Plumbing, Electric Services, Reps Fitness, Security Bank, Shifter, Steffen Drugs, Subbeck Contracting, Top Crop, Town and Country Insurance, and the Wentz Funeral Home. And this will be our last play of the game.
And Mike, on behalf of the various people that watch on Hartelco, the Hartelco network and throughout, I'd like to thank you and Hartelco for putting these broadcasts on, because we do get a lot of favorable feedback. Some people get to watch the games that ordinarily wouldn't have. So again, on behalf of all of those people, myself, thank you to Hartelco and company for doing these broadcasts.
You bet. Appreciate that, Ken. Yeah, we've got a great crew, volunteer announcers and even our staff back in the office, Bill McGregor and Maureen Aker, always helping out. We've got Corey Pearson tonight. There have been other ones. We've had some volleyball games. Christy Bruning's been up there, Lois Lammers. Of course, Marie has been helping out at volleyball games as well. Those are extra benefits. We don't really plan on doing those games because, frankly, we don't have an announcer. But yeah, it's fun to do this, and we do it for the community, and we want to thank all these sponsors too. So when we went to live broadcast, video broadcast, it has not been easy, but we do like to do that. So anyway, our final score here from Russ Hochstein Field is a Hartington Newcastle Wildcats 62 and the Clarkson Leigh Patriots 34. I want to thank Ken Kneifel tonight for all of his assistance, along as Corey Pearson. The Wildcats will play on the road next week. I do not know if they'll have to win for there to be another home game, so we'll see if we see it 2 weeks down the road. Otherwise, we'll see it the first basketball game here. So from all of us at Hartelco Sports, wish you a great evening. That's all right. Yes. What?